So,
So we was.
We gonna try to finish.
And I bet that had cost you $200.
I can't see your face. Who are you?
My people is stabbing us in the back. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the people that we call brother and sister, king and queen.
So where
Every
you at
day's
is
in the
where it's
pool.
at?
I'm 45 years old.
I'm just saying, so where you at is where it's at? Can't get better?
How much change are you going to get? Hey, man, it's your boy, man. We back. All facts, man.
Yeah.
34th episode.
Wow.
Man. Man, we got some serious stuff
Wow,
today,
bro.
because this is a repeat. All right,
Yeah.
so this is a repeat.
Two times.
You know what I mean? A two-timer,
Had to,
because
right.
we had a lot of people want to see her back on, man.
100%.
You know, my inbox was booming saying we need another lady.
Right.
And then they started, I sent this last episode, and
Yeah.
people say, when she coming back on?
Uh-huh.
So we had to bring
Now
her
she
back,
back.
you know what I mean? So, you know, we keep Abe in the building. Always my guy, man. JMac is back, you know what I mean? You know, and then today we got Miss Jennifer Brown.
JB.
Lovely. All right, man, they got
JB,
all,
y'all.
got all the answers for y'all.
JB,
All
y'all.
that's
Ready to
submissive.
be out.
All the, what's the new word? Sexercise?
Sexercise.
Exercise.
Sexercise.
We talking
Sounds
sex
free.
Might as well throw it
today.
all in there together.
All right, man, we gonna mix it all in. I think this is gonna be a good show.
Nah, it's gonna
You know
be
what I
great,
mean?
bro.
Hey, man, but look,
It's gonna
hey,
be great. Happy Sunday, man.
man,
You know what I mean?
Sunday.
man, all that.
I see y'all getting
Happy
ready
Sunday.
for the 4th, you know what I mean? Y'all red, white, and blues it, you know what I mean?
I had to get festive.
Yeah, I see you, my boy. And it smell good, too.
It smell good?
Yeah.
We
I
had
can't
French
smell it.
toast before
Is
y'all
that right?
pull up. Yeah, that's like, we was trying to act like we was in France.
Absolutely. Oh, so okay, because it is. Red, white, and blue do service a few different countries.
Right.
do.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It do, you know
So
what I
why
mean?
we couldn't be in France?
Well, because we live in
we
the
in
USA,
America.
and you fuck with Donald,
But we
Welcome
eat
to
French
America.
toast.
and you mess with Donald pretty heavy, you know what I'm saying?
I look here.
Donald, we call him Donald.
You mess with Donnie in there.
I
You know what I mean?
don't mess with Donald, but I definitely Republican.
You rich, dog.
I ain't
You
rich.
must got some money we don't know
No,
about.
ain't. When you on your own
You know what I
business,
mean?
You gotta be rich.
When
you
you
say
black and a
you're
Republican,
When you
they
say-
say the Republican Party was the original party of black
know-
folk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Back in the
that
day.
was back in the day.
That's what it wasn't no
Way back.
Democratic
That was
Party.
the
yeah.
beginning of the parties.
So we made the Democratic Party, basically. We holding it down
I
then.
could have
Shout out.
sworn. I could have sworn America was built on our back.
What you call
So
it?
why we
Samara,
didn't?
what you call it?
Why we really just we ran them all?
Right.
They just took it from us,
Right. We should black people should be able to dictate the color.
right?
Oh,
Oh,
United
Well, what
States.
should our color be?
I would go if I had to change the
If
flag.
you had to change it.
I would probably go the same colors as Africa just because it's Gucci.
Red,
And I feel
black,
like
and
people-
I mean red,
we
red.
Gucci with it. You know
What is it? Red,
I'm
black,
on
and green.
symbolism.
I
Red,
thought
black,
the
and
same
green.
thing, yeah.
Why
Red,
can't
green,
we all
black.
I'm with you.
Red, black, and green. Green for the hard work we did in the fields. You know what I'm saying? Red for the blood.
Yeah.
Black for the people who put the
For
work
us.
in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that was it.
I'm
And
with
then
you
we'll
on
do,
that
we'll
one.
do a little red. I mean, a little blue in there for the Crips. We got Crips out there in the community. You know what I mean? You know?
Can't forget y'all.
Why it can't be all black?
Nah, man, because all black is all black
You
is.
ain't gonna be able to see it.
You don't,
You gotta add a little flavor in there.
you don't remember
Yeah.
CB4?
You know what I mean? Oh, come on,
I'm
baby.
black, yo, and I'm black, yo.
That's
and
a
I'm
fact.
blacker than black, and I'm black, yo.
Yeah.
And I'm blickly black, black, with black, black, and black.
Yeah.
Because I'm black in the back.
Hey,
You know what I
look,
mean?
we
Come
owe
on,
it to our
man.
kids, man, to go back and watch them type of, you know what I mean, CB4.
Yeah, come on.
You feel
man.
me?
Yeah.
Me and my
They don't know
son
nothing
just
about
sat down and watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids the other day.
Yeah.
Bruh,
That used to be
That's
my
a
I'm
good
going, what?
stuff
That
when I
was
was young.
classic. You know what I mean?
Hey,
What was the
It's a
babysitter movie?
classic.
Remember the babysitter movie she had the OG hatchback?
Which one?
I know it was a few of them too. God damn.
You talking about with Rock?
With who?
With Rock?
Dwayne
Johnson?
Oh no, hell no. This was
that's
like
new.
in the
That's too
90s.
new.
So you talking about way
old.
back?
Yeah,
you
I'm
talking
way
about
back.
old.
I'm 80s, 90s.
90s,
like,
probably 90s.
Okay.
early 90s though.
Yeah.
Like,
I know what
you
you're
know
talking
I'm
about, but I can't remember.
Remember the
name
movie
of
with
it.
Richard Pryor had the twins? They moved to Idaho.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I double back on that. I
Before
can't
my
remember the name.
Hey, it's dang it.
You feel what I'm saying?
That was
though?
just
Watch
on.
this. Moving.
Come on.
Okay,
Yeah, it's called moving.
That's
man.
it.
Come on, man. You
That's
know.
the one, bro.
I don't know anything about that.
Hey,
That
you
was
owe it to yourself to go back and watch
Hey.
that, bro.
Moving?
Hey, yeah, my
That was
man-
just on TV.
My man bought a house.
Was it?
Richard,
Yeah.
yeah, Richard
Couple
Pryor.
weekends ago.
Richard Pryor bought a house, man. And the dude that sold it to him told him every time when he was buying the house, hey, we taking this with us.
Yeah.
Right? So when Richard Pryor got to the house, the dude really took all that stuff out the house. He just had a frame.
Oh,
You
the
got
house?
the joke.
Yeah, it was that, man.
Bro.
Yeah, the dude took everything, man.
Classic.
So
bro.
Richard
I'm gonna
Pryor
have to
moved
watch
into
that. That's
Classic,
gotta be
dog.
80s.
Huh?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that
80s.
was
Hey,
That's
he, moved,
80s.
he moved into a house, man, that was nothing but wood.
Yeah.
I gotta watch
Hey,
that.
look. Classic.
Is it
bro.
on
Remember
Tubi?
that was a
It
classic.
might not be on Tubi. Maybe. You gotta search it. This is one of
Everything's
the
on
ones you
Tubi.
gonna have to stream. It might be on YouTube.
So look, watch
Right.
this.
You know what I mean?
Since we speaking of Richard Pryor movies, I
Yeah.
made my kids watch The Toy.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I know that.
Damn.
Yeah, forgot about that
Yeah,
one.
man.
Bruce the
Watch this.
Millions is my favorite.
Watch this. Hold on.
Oh, you like
before we
you
leave,
did
before,
that? Yeah.
hey, before we leave that, I'm gonna tell you it's a message up in there you weren't even paying no attention to.
I
caught
bet you.
it.
Which one?
Huh?
In the toy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Before they was at the Skull and Bones. Man, the rich white dude, man. Hey, watch this. He was part of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
feel
Yep.
me?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Right?
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
All
For
the
sure.
all the people that came to his house to have dinner was the best people in the
Yeah, in that
Come on,
city.
fam.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
We watched it early.
I
They
didn't
gave it to
realize
us.
that.
Nah, that's real, bro.
They gave it to me.
Yeah.
We didn't even peep it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
I'm watching
real.
it all over again as
Cause as
we
you
go.
saying that, I need to rewatch
Right,
that.
man, come
You know
on,
what I
man.
mean? Real talk.
My man,
Catch
watch
that.
this. They was having a Republican party, right? And the Ku Klux Klan.
No,
members,
real talk.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Bird is a
I never
movie
looked
guy.
into it that
Yeah.
deep.
Bird
I
be
never
knowing all the
knew.
little movies
I gotta get
like
heavy
that.
on that. What was your favorite movie coming up, JB?
The Exorcist.
The
Exorcist?
Oh yeah, hey.
What? So you was scared? You one of them? You
Yeah.
like you not
I
scared?
like being scared.
Do they have
Yeah.
multiple versions of The Exorcist?
Yeah.
Ain't there the older version and the
They
newer
got
version?
the oldest one was like the 70s, late 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
And
first
then they got like probably what, four of them now? Something like that?
So
one.
listen,
Now?
Yeah, something like that.
as a kid, we watched The Exorcist as kid, me and my cousins, right? We chill in the house, bro, watching The Exorcist. The dishwasher come on out of nowhere.
Nah.
No
So
joke.
you was scared.
The dishwasher come on out of nowhere.
So was you scared?
Absolutely.
I'd be scared.
Absolutely.
So you
we was
was- so
terrified.
Somebody was playing.
So
So
what
you was
do you
scared.
think is something to that? Like if it's something energetically or whatever.
Check this out.
Because that's happened to me.
The thing went
Nowadays.
off. The thing went off, right?
Yeah.
Just like playing with the Ouija board, right? And all that. We had a Ouija board as kids.
You played with a Ouija board before?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never
Talked to a
played with
dude
the
named
Never
David
touched
over
one.
there.
Never.
I'll never forget it.
Uh-uh.
I talked to a
No.
dude named David. It was going, you know what I'm saying? It was me, my brother, and this other little kid, bad as hell. We playing with him. Hopefully the spirits followed him because we ain't had nothing. They must have. Because we, you know what I mean? I think, you know, if there's a spirit following us, it have to be good. You know what I'm saying?
We assume so,
I
yeah.
assume he cool, like whoever it is, he or she. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, I remember the dude named was David. And we was asking him some wild questions. You know what I mean?
Who name was David? The spirit?
The spirit was, that's his name. He said David. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah, bro. We was on the little thing. We all had our hand on the thing. It was moving and
What
shit.
you asking?
I don't remember. I was really young, bro. I was probably 9 and 10. You know what I'm saying? We was young.
Was this after the dishwasher thing or before?
This is before the dishwasher thing.
so
you know what I'm
maybe
saying?
that
I'm gonna be
had
real
something
with you.
connected to
Right.
it?
I'm gonna be honest
You
with you.
conjured up
How
something?
old was you when you
They
did this?
conjured
I was
He said
9 years
9,
old, like
You was
10,
9
let's say
years old?
10.
Playing with a Ouija
I was
board?
10,
A
bro.
9-year-old wanted to be scared?
Absolutely.
I don't know,
Ain't that
man.
crazy?
Hey.
I was
But I
getting
would
on-
watch Freddy
I'm
Krueger.
about to say, all the movies used to be scary to me when I was
Freddy
9
Krueger,
Everything.
Jason. Like, think of the movies in our era.
People
bro.
under the stairs.
Thank you.
What's the little
Halloween.
homie you say his name in the mirror?
Candyman.
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 You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love
Bloody
Candyman.
Marys.
I loved
was
it.
scary.
The
It
Bloody
was
Marys.
So y'all didn't watch the
How many
clown?
times you said?
Oh yeah,
Did y'all watch the clown?
that's it.
Oh,
you talking
yeah.
about it?
Clown
No,
freak
that was
right
scary
now.
too.
Clown
the
freaked me
clown?
out to this day.
Yeah,
The clown
Clown freaked me out to this
it
day.
was scary. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
That
the
was
only
a
thing scared
scary
me now.
movie.
Kids, like little kids and clowns.
When you
bro.
was a little kid
Oh,
watching
my
it,
God.
That scares
was-
you now?
What about
Yes.
Children of the Corn?
Oh man, that was.
Children of the
That one
Corn.
too.
Hey,
That was
I
scary
grew up
too.
on that for
What's the
real.
one when the girl was crawling out the TV?
That we was older though. That
It was still
Poltergeist.
what?
Poltergeist.
Oh, was it? See, I'm thinking.
That was the first one. You thinking about
New
The Ring.
Generation. I'm thinking, yeah,
The Ring, too. That was scary, too.
Ring.
Oh, man.
Ring, boy.
So y'all, all
That
y'all
was a good
just like
movie.
being scared?
Man,
I don't
look,
watch scary
That was
movies now, to
good.
be
look,
real with you.
I don't either. I don't even like being in the house by myself now. You know what I'm saying? The hallway like always on in my house.
But scary movies ain't scary like they used to be though.
You know what's crazy?
There-
My wife is
I
like
don't know,
you.
like-
Hey,
JB.
you know some scary one?
I don't like gore. Like, I stopped. You know what? I watched a movie called Witch,
Oh, that's him.
and all I know is something happened in my apartment after I watched it,
Right. See?
and I threw it away.
See?
I threw the DVD
You
in the
threw the
trash.
whole thing away?
I threw it in the trash.
Oh.
I don't know what was going
Did it
on.
come back?
but
Was it
about
back
to
in
say,
your
it was back-
shelf?
No.
back on the counter.
Because they used to say,
That's so. I don't play with movies like that
Yeah.
no more. I used to, but after
damn.
You want to know what's crazy?
Mm.
I got a movie like that at my house.
Which one?
that, what?
And it's called Jay Sean. Right?
That's not a movie, that's a nightmare.
Baby. That's a nightmare, right?
I don't wake up and I'll be like, bro, what just happened?
For those of y'all who don't know, Jay Sean
Hey,
is his
come on.
youngest boy.
Hey, come on, man.
But he is older.
Trust me, they know who Jay Sean is. You don't have to tell them.
Jay Sean, if you watch about the state, Jay Sean is him.
He like
You know what I'm saying? That's my
Jay
dude.
Sean is Dennis the Menace times 10.
Right?
Listen, man, Jay Sean, I love you, bro. Don't let them get on you like that. I'm speaking positivity
I
in
get
you.
on him in his
You know
face,
what
so
I'm
it's
saying?
okay.
Y'all
Jay
telling,
Sean,
Matter of fact, he probably watching right
definitely
now. I'm
watching
on
right
you,
now.
boy.
so y'all
Leave a comment.
telling me about movies,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a real movie.
Which one? Yeah, no, you got a
Come
real
on,
one.
man.
You got a real one at the
Hey.
crib. You hear me?
That's your problem, Bird.
Hey, Jay Sean actor. Jay Sean getting big though. He like growing into his own.
He
bro.
got a
ain't-
mustache
He
now.
ain't bad like a little kid bad no
He got a
more.
little mustache.
You know
How
what
old
I'm
is
saying?
he?
13.
Y'all
He
probably
13.
have real conversations now, bro.
Am I
Like
on your
think
face
about
at
the
13?
conversation
He
level
been
that y'all
having
had.
real
You know what I mean?
conversations. He was 10.
How old is he now?
13.
13.
Damn, 13. You know what's crazy? At 13, bro, I think that's when I lost my virginity.
Damn,
I
he
was
a-
sexercising. That's our
Excuse
word of
me?
the day. Around here, sexercise. And at 13, bro, I was sexercising, bro.
You know your mama gonna kill you when she see this.
You was probably younger than me. You look mannish as hell when you was probably.
Bird said he was 12.
I'm
You
not
already
gonna
told, Bird. You said you were 12.
I was in the 8th grade, so that's what, 13?
13, 12.
I was like 7.
13.
I was 7th grade something.
Oh, that's 11, Bird.
Hey, look,
bro.
watch this. Hey, you know this is a story Will.
Damn.
If y'all ever see Will, hey,
How old was
hey,
Will?
Will, no, watch this.
Will back then, probably 30.
Hey, so this Will favorite story.
Yeah.
Right? You know, we all, you know Jerry from Lindo. He was our like basketball coach. He was,
Okay.
like,
Talking
he
about
was the
Twink?
part. Twink, right? When he was big, he was Jerry to us. Right, so Twink, that's what Will would call him, the older guy.
Yeah.
Right.
But the kids, we called him Jerry.
Right.
Right, we had a basketball team. I was in 7th grade. So, I ain't gonna lie, Jay Bird, I wasn't no basketball player.
Correct.
So I can hoop.
You was on the team.
Right, I was on the team. Right?
Right.
So, he let me in the game one time. I did good.
Yeah.
Tell him what you did,
Then
Bird.
I went to the bench.
No. Don't smooth over it. Tell him what you did, Bird.
Man,
Tell him how many points you had. Tell me how many dimes you dropped. We're going to give it to him.
I went 5,
Yeah.
feel me, and 2. I got
5 and 2.
That's a cool little
Right?
stat.
Yeah.
Gonna play.
Hey, I was only in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He did all of that in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, mind the fact that we already up by a dub.
Right. Okay.
We want to make sure that because we had a squad.
Yeah.
So I couldn't hate. I know why I'm on the bench.
Right.
I ain't tripping. Right. But when 4 quarters start back, and he said, "Holloway, man, go back to the bench," I knew it was my last day. I said, "Oh man, I'll just wait next year."
Right.
Right. I ain't tell nobody.
Right.
I went and hung out with everybody. Then, where we won.
Right.
Yeah, I was hot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Competitive.
right?
Yeah.
So as a man,
Right.
the next day we had another game, right?
Right.
Playoff game. They pulled up to get me in the van.
You ain't going.
Nah, I ain't going.
You ain't going.
No.
Nah, I ain't going.
You
And
ain't
after that, that's when I got into section size.
Damn. So you was busy.
Right, I was like,
You
man,
young,
He was
bro,
too
7th
busy to
grade.
exercise.
so the next year I started,
Right.
right? But I think it was because I section size.
It made you feel grown. Your
Right.
testosterone kicked in.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, thanks, Jerry. Show fault,
old.
man.
Thanks, Jerry.
Show fault,
4
Jerry.
years old,
man.
man. How old was you, A, when you
Sexualizing?
lost your innocence?
Probably like 13.
You were 13?
Like 8th grade.
8th grade?
8th grade.
Hey,
Damn.
watch
JB.
this. Watch
I know
this.
they say never
Babies.
ask a woman her
Hell, man,
age.
I'm
Hold on before we
I don't know
start.
if my mom even know that.
Hey, watch
I don't
this.
even know if I
She
want
know
to go
now.
there.
I'm gonna tell y'all who I blame for me sexual size.
Oh,
R. Kelly.
oh, God
I
damn.
mean, R. Kelly, man. Look, hey, love. Come on.
Oh,
So now, wait, I have a question.
The whole board
You didn't
I
connect
have
to
a
those
question
playlists.
about
You didn't have to dance no more.
exercising because I'm thinking we going into like Kama Sutra type talking.
We finna get there.
So,
Yeah.
Go ahead,
because
Tim.
as far, I'm gonna leave me out of that.
Okay.
The question
Yep.
you had.
Yep. Done.
Y'all,
Done.
But I'm gonna jump back in when we get back to
No,
that
go ahead.
part.
the Kama
No, go
Sutra.
ahead. You good.
Because
No,
when we brought it up before
Right.
we got started,
Right.
something dawned on me.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a lot of couples are, I'm just assuming
Okay.
that a lot of couples are missing the Kama Sutra. It's a lot of, I'm trying to think of how to say this delicately.
Oh no,
Ain't
we
no
rough.
delicate to it.
No, let's get
You gotta
real.
go right into it.
So when we started out,
keep it delicate
Okay,
though.
go ahead.
can
I
you
like,
repeat what you were saying when we started out?
Well,
How we even got into it?
well, no, I'm
You gotta get deep.
Yeah, I was explaining that there are the physical, just the positive for men, right?
Right.
Every part of our body is like a muscle, right? Down
Right.
there is our muscle.
100%.
Right? And not only, we're not even talking about the power aspects of it, but we're just talking about the testosterone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the
So,
yeah.
you gotta exercise that part of the body.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose
That's
it.
right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, for me, we agreed that we're going to exercise together.
That's
You know,
right.
all parts of our body,
Right.
delicately, sensually.
Yeah.
We do it. And we
Yeah.
do it as often, every other day. So doctors, talk to the doctor, they say, you want to skip a day. You give your
Okay.
body, just like the gym, you got to take that off day.
Get that.
That actually makes
let
sense.
that testosterone build back
Yeah,
up.
let it build
Yeah.
back up, let that, and then we just do it on and off every other day.
Wow.
I feel incredible. I would recommend it.
Damn, every
I
other day.
actually, you know,
Oh, so you got you some exercise today. That's why you feeling so good.
Or is this the off day?
It's off.
It's an
It's
off
Off
day.
day?
Okay.
Okay.
So it's an off day for you, huh?
Yeah.
okay, here's a question I have for the men on the panel.
Yeah.
Okay, actually not, it's just like, what you're describing sounds like what you can only get when you have a connection.
Like a
with
healthy one
somebody.
too.
For sure.
A healthy
Healthy
connection.
one too.
That's key. That's key. The connection is key, and even the anticipation of sex can add to the testosterone.
With anybody or somebody that you have
Somebody
a
that you-
loving
Oh, well,
connection
it's a
with.
lot of people out here
Right.
exercising with everybody. and
But
they're
I'm
getting
saying,
they're
like,
getting
what
their
he's
exercise in.
describing is
Yeah.
like a special thing, and
Correct.
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
when-
like, mind, body, soul is involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you have that with somebody that you're just
Yes, you can.
Smashing.
Yeah.
just sex is just just
Well,
Mind,
you just-
body, soul?
You just have to have a connection with them. Like I've met people where,
Yeah.
of all sexes, right?
Absolutely.
Where you just
Yeah.
immediately like, man, we locked in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Women and men.
Right.
Now, if you just ride that wave to the bedroom, then you can capitalize on that energy. Absolutely.
I believe that, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I guess
I
it's
believe that.
possible.
My energy,
Without a
You know what I
doubt.
mean?
my energy used to be high. When I was young.
Now, energy or testosterone? What you talking about?
Oh, either one.
You know what I'm saying? Because as we get older, our testosterone does drop, and we at that
Yeah.
age, and you pulling up on it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm eating my
How old are
own.
you?
37.
You coming close. You know what I'm saying?
I'm taking preemptive measures though.
Are you though?
Yeah.
So
So
you
you
can
staying in
care of
shape.
it now, so
maintain
you
it.
don't gotta
Yeah,
worry about it
that's
later.
actually good.
You
That's
gotta do
good.
that.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
Because after 40, bro, I mean, I couldn't pick up no weight. Like playing ball as a youngster and all that through college, bro, 150, 155 pounds. I couldn't. It don't matter how much I ate. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever I
Metabolism a little
did,
different.
I'm strong as an ox in the gym. I just could not pick up weight. You know what I'm saying?
You get
and
older,
as
then
soon
it's
as I
like-
turned 39,
Man.
364 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes, everything came, bro. It's been 3 years of just picking up good, you know what I mean? And I ain't never had this, so my wife see it now. She's like, damn, buddy, you getting big.
Right.
But I ain't never been big before, so to me, I'm loving it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So before we leave off, I'm gonna say me and Abe, we've been knowing you a while now.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna say this. I remember when you was like that.
A little tweet.
But I
Yeah.
also remember when you got a woman.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So are you when we met you,
Yeah.
you wasn't with your wife yet.
No.
Right.
No.
Right.
But as soon
No.
as you got your wife, you know what happened? It's called consistency.
She started cooking.
Yeah.
Come on,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm living, I'm laid up.
Late
Right.
nights.
Getting comfortable.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Comfortable,
Like,
relaxed.
I ain't, maybe I was
Relaxed
running the streets
eating.
too much, and that was too much
That
cardio for
rub,
your boy.
right.
Love eating.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Too
that was
much cardio.
running the streets.
You know, showers get different when
You know
you
what I
get a
mean?
woman, right?
It do.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and the stress get different too.
Yeah, see? That's
You know
I'm
what I mean?
saying, Right.
Yeah.
So you can't blame, like that. If you were still ripping and running,
Right.
you might still be skinny. But you ain't ripping and
Yeah,
running.
yeah, I think you're right, bro. I think it's the cardio from the streets,
man.
not eating right. You know what I mean? Cause my wife is a DoorDash queen, even though she cook like the chef. You know what I mean? She
cook.
get down, my boy.
That's good.
She get down, and I'm still turned on by her too. We exercised this morning.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
See?
We exercised this morning, and we got a new baby now. So remember, y'all, we got a baby that's turned 1 in 6 days.
Congratulations.
Damn, one already.
Yeah, she already won. But she moving.
Yeah.
And I woke up and the blood flow was flowing.
And you gotta maximize that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't let
Blood
it
flow flowing. Because when you marry, it's going on 11 years, September. right?
Congratulations.
Check
And
this
a new
out.
baby.
What I could tell you, y'all can speak to this who've been in long-term relationships, right? And you can speak to it on the woman's side. Bruh, I can have sex with my wife and not even be on full. I be giving her the medium weenie.
Really?
Bruh, I be giving her.
Good
When we
thing,
have
or-
sex,
I don't know.
and sometimes,
medium weenie
sometimes
good
it
or
just
bad?
like I be in my head I want to have sex, but my body want that day break. You know what I'm saying? But I put it in anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that motherfucker start all medium and then it get hard. You know what
Okay,
I mean?
okay. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
does she get pleasure out of
Oh
this?
yeah, but
Okay.
you know, your boy's straight now. You know, that made him still cool. You know? That made him still work out. But it's something about having that. You know what I mean? This. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hard as a,
of
you know what I
course.
mean? And I thought I was losing that for real, bro.
That
Did you think you were losing it because you were putting on weight, or just?
Yeah, I was like, damn, I'm getting out of shape. You know what I'm
But you
saying?
got a gym in your garage.
I got a gym in my garage, but damn, boy, it take a lot of just effort to walk downstairs and go use that mug. That shit tough, bro. That's like mentally, you gotta really like want to be in shape. You know what I mean? Like, period,
And
bro.
mentally,
Yeah,
you
it's
gotta
all
want to
mental.
exercise.
Yes, but
That's-
you're right. No, you totally right.
But what about when they don't want to give it to you?
Then I think your blood flow really go. You know what I mean? Because you're like, no,
Wait,
More
what's
than
your
now, huh?
question? What is your question?
What
Like,
happened with
you mean
medium
what's-
ain't no good?
Oh.
then you gotta jump to the pill, bro. You gotta jump to the pill.
You gotta
They
get
got
the
things
Agra.
for that.
Niagara.
They got things for that, huh?
Man,
You know what I'm saying? But look, so look, I say that to say this.
Go ahead.
I say that to say this. We exercised this morning, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna go. You hear me? but I gotta be quiet because the baby right there. She 8 feet away.
You like making sounds.
You don't got
huh?
wheels on the crib, just roll it outside for
So
a
she
second.
got a stationary. It's the big boy. You know what I mean? It's the big boy wood and shit.
I stay mobile.
Yeah, no. So it's the wood.
Alright.
And it's off of a wall. You know what I mean? So all the sound bouncing right to her.
Just reverberating.
So as my wife moving, I wake her up, you know what I'm saying? And I know my wife is, you know what I mean? I know when she gonna let me ride, right? So she'll wake up like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? When she don't want to, she very clear, like, no, I don't want to do it today. Woo, cool. But this morning she like, and she was in a dead sleep, bro. She woke up like, what you doing?
It's like, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm like, baby, sleep, be quiet, you know what I'm saying? She's like, you better hurry up. Oh shit, it's on. I come about the box, you know what I mean? And we gotta go missionary, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, just get on me and ride. She's like, no, I can't ride. And she loud, she got a naturally loud voice. No, I ain't getting no time. I'm like, yeah. So it was like we going back and forth a little bit. It was kind of exciting, you know what I'm saying? We're like arguing with a cute.
Building
They're like a cute ass little argument because we both know this shit gonna go down, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, the only thing that's gonna really mess this up is if the baby poke her goddamn head up. You know what I'm saying? If she poke that head up from the bassinet or the crib, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? We got a cool couple minutes. So we start getting it in. And it's just, it's flowing. And we gotta be quiet so we can only look at each other almost in a sense. My eyes locked in on her eyes.
Absolutely.
She biting her lip and shit. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, like, that was more passionate to me than
Wow.
drunk sex almost.
Wow.
You know when you get drunk, that drunk
That's
sex,
pretty
boy,
deep.
That drunk
Yeah.
sex, even that,
That
you know what
passion,
I
y'all was
mean?
making love.
That's
Bro, we was in there making love this morning.
Y'all was making
Whoa.
You know what I'm
Making
saying?
love is different
How
than
many
just
people
sex.
can say that?
Hey,
You
Say it again.
Word. I made love
hey,
on full go,
That's what I was getting at.
man, I hear you.
on tilt.
That's what's
You know what I'm
up.
saying?
That's love.
Bro, look at it. It was
Ain't nothing
passionate.
wrong-
I'm
ain't
like,
nothing wrong
damn,
with
people need to know, like, you do, like, with that sexercise you said, like, when it's like my body, like, you,
Right.
sometimes I try not to make noise and just look at each other.
Hey, that word of the day got to him
That's
today.
exercise, boy.
He said he wanted to be
I
surprised.
was like, as
Seriously.
soon as you said it, my insides are doing this shit. I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
That's a good
shit.
topic.
Oh, looking cool, but my insides are like, nigga. Exercise, you know what I mean?
Well, it's important. It's
But have
And
you
you know
had
what?
that deep beat before?
Yes,
Like,
and I'm
when
gonna
you was-
add in. So what Jay Bird was saying, I didn't know where he was headed with it, but I was like, so with women, if she wasn't there mentally with you,
Right.
that wouldn't even have happened for her. She wouldn't even have been into it.
Right.
So years ago, I was telling a friend of mine, it's like, he was like, you know, kind of rude, kind of mouthy.
Right.
And he didn't understand, like he would be mouthy and rude one week and then come later and be like, hey, let's get it on. And it's like,
I'm still
Yeah,
married.
right. Turn it
yeah,
up.
you
Turn it up
and
before
didn't
you
even
go.
take the time to do any damage control.
That's right.
So
Right.
that's what a lot of guys y'all don't be understanding. Like women are up here a lot.
That's true.
So if
So
this
true.
ain't together, all you just forget about all
So
that.
true.
She just lay there. So if
Correct.
you got somebody just on her back and she's not, you know,
Into
getting
it.
involved.
Right.
That's because
What
you
did
ain't
you
get 'em
do?
in.
What did you say? Not saying it's your fault totally,
For sure.
but maybe
Oh, it's
y'all
your
didn't have a
fault.
conversation. No, but sometimes like
Oh,
a
it's
lot
your
of
fault.
couples, they don't talk stuff through.
Right.
The last time I was here,
Right.
talked about communication,
That's right.
bad communication,
100%.
and nobody wants to say, okay, let's figure this out. Men talk about leading. I mean, we heading back
Come on.
in.
Let's go
So
there.
it's like to me, and that's an adult thing to do. You're supposed to be like, okay, let me figure this out. Let me talk with her, talk to her, figure out what's wrong. Did I do something? You do have a conversation, and then you're gonna have her fully. Mind, body, soul, head to toe. She's gonna be fully there.
So basically, she's saying you gotta let ego go before you can commit to a real sexercise.
You have to.
relationship.
If you're
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
be real engaged and present, like you were saying, let's say, would you agree that there was no way that you all both would have been fully there had there been something unresolved?
Yeah.
Every single time I catch her out the shower, I'm waiting. I'm lifting her for the water.
Oh, so she
I love it. I like it.
that's a oh.
And if she has, like, baby, you take a shower? Oh, I haven't. She go do the shower.
Right.
I'm waiting with the lotion. You
Right.
had a long day.
Wow.
Oh, so you doing backwards
Every
still.
time. Every single
Hey, you a
time.
good dude.
And it works.
Hey, man. Proud of you, man.
And that helps a woman want to be submissive, like we were talking about. If you're not connecting with your woman, or your woman not with her man, not, the submission, that's out the door. You can forget about it.
The massage is an override because there's been times that we have unresolved issues. But
Correct.
The massage will prolong that.
He said it's an
Love
override.
that.
He said,
I like that.
On Saul. I mean on Paul.
I love
let's
that.
pause. Let's sweep that,
Right.
and we'll get that later.
But you know what? I say this too about the massage.
Yeah.
The massage is a tool, cause you know I started moving my thumb just saying the word, right? In college, that was our go-to.
The massage.
Man, that's how you get it cracking,
You want
right?
a
So it's like,
massage?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
You
saying?
Take your shirt off.
Come
Yeah.
on. You gotta get that
So
bra.
we
The
get
bra in the
underneath
way.
the bra. The bra's in the
Now
way.
the bra in the way. You gotta get that
Watch this. Can you do
Never
snap it with one hand?
bra. Oh, I'm one-handed. I'm
You a one-hander?
I mean,
You ain't always been a one-hander.
Hell no.
I ain't gonna lie.
I used to have trouble with two hands till I realized how simple it was. You know what I'm saying?
Take your time.
Yeah, just grab
Then you become a pro.
grab the loose piece at the edge, and then just move it a little bit. Move that thing a little bit. It's it's
Done.
on. So fellas,
Done.
this to the loose piece.
It took me a long time for that.
It took a long
It took
time.
me a
I
long
got it.
time.
Now
Yeah,
I'm
but
going to say,
that bra is a mud.
take that off.
But the massage was that thing,
So
though.
do you want her to be submissive to that?
To what? Sex?
Yeah, I mean, well,
Yeah, I mean, because you know, as a
You
man,
take
you
it
want to
off,
be
man.
proud. That boosts your testosterone actually, like mentally. Because she said it's mental for the females.
It really
It's
is.
mental
It's
for the
super
man, too.
mental for the
True.
dudes.
Yeah.
You know
True.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So
We
if
mental, too.
you dealing with a girl that's got on your nerve, you'll do it.
That was just
Do
gonna
it.
say, can y'all still?
I
mean,
you
yeah,
know,
you can-
will you be fully there, or you kind
I
of?
can't do it.
So what about upset,
See?
like angry sex? You've never had.
I tried it. It wasn't right.
It didn't do it for you?
See, that's what I was
But you gotta
wondering
remember,
about.
though, you might not be messing with a gangster boo. A gangster
Yeah.
boo, she gonna always want to run.
Yeah, they want
You
the
know what I mean?
angry sex.
Yeah, they want that.
Matter
But
of fact,
see,
they fighting with you just to come back to the angry.
Get
She
back.
might want it, but I can't.
You can't go there with that. Nah.
You remember, y'all remember baby girl, the girlfriend, her friend on the phone? Huh, you remember Keisha?
Oh yeah.
Get off that phone.
Get off that phone. Let me drop that thing off in your drawers. He said, "Let me drop that thing off in your drawers, nigga." Oh, that's powerful. If you think about it. You know what I mean? Like on some hood shit. Like you're right, bro.
Yeah, it just depends on
It's
what,
different strokes, different folks,
depends on
man.
what type
True.
of woman you
It's
got,
different
man.
strokes, different folks. But I think the
You gonna let me
average
tell you,
woman.
just let me drop him off.
JB.
That wouldn't turn me on at all. I mean, unless maybe we've been together for a while, I guess, and
I mean,
it's
you
just
gotta be
playful
together for a
time.
while to say
But
that. You just can't tell a new
I'm
one.
getting
yeah.
older now. It's like
She said if
Now-
you've been together for a while, and it's
right.
playful
Then
time.
you,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like when we were younger, you take whatever we. To be honest, y'all. Give me a
Go ahead,
minute.
go ahead.
Sorry. When we were younger, we weren't even making love. We were, the word.
Bashing.
Banging.
That's all everybody was doing.
sure.
We didn't know nothing about it.
Absolutely.
And I actually got
Go
asked
fast.
about that. The friend I was talking about asked me, so what were you even getting out of it? He was like quizzing me, and I
Right.
literally had never addressed the fact that I don't even know.
Damn.
We were just out there running the streets, 90s, I'll be honest. And we
Right.
were, and so as I got older, I was like, you know what, he was right. I don't even know what I wanted.
Wow.
So what you were talking about, that's adult stuff right
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
And it's so many gotta go back into it. So back with the submission thing.
Right.
It's so many to me that goes along with it. If you're adult,
Right.
mature, the connection, the communication, the woman, she just gonna melt into that. It's just automatic. You don't have to do a lot. That's
true.
what the guys don't understand these days. They're like,
I think it's in you though. You gotta have it in
Stingy?
you. You gotta have it in you though. Like,
Oh, gotta be
you know what I
in
mean?
you.
Well,
It gotta
true.
be in you, man. Some people don't.
You could be
you
tall.
mean the man?
You could be
Yeah,
tall.
a man, woman, just the part of having people skills. You know what I mean?
Listen, okay.
You gotta have
Yeah.
people
Yeah, but
skills,
some
man.
people have to be taught it because it's just not in. It's not in.
It's not
everybody.
automatically
It's
there.
not
I said it gotta
automatically
be in you.
everybody.
Like, sometimes it's easy for people.
Right.
Sometimes it's not.
Yeah, it's
you know what I
easier
mean?
for other people than some, but
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
people got to learn how to
That's
get
why.
there.
That's why the computer is so electric now. You don't have to.
You can
Right
look
now.
up
That's kinda
everything.
And figure
Well, my
out.
experience with women is if you handle what you
Right.
need them to do in the bedroom,
Right.
and not just mash away.
No
But,
doubt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter if you're married or if it's just a casual thing, but if you really get her to that space,
Right.
the submission automatically comes. And there's a residual. It'll last about, I don't know, maybe until like 6 o'clock the next,
Residual.
the next day. You know what I mean? Without,
Without no problem.
You gotta
You gotta
Re-up, I like that.
You need an override.
And that, like, when you were saying override, you know what? You gotta, when you said override earlier, it made me think of powering up. And actually, what y'all were saying in the beginning, like, you should be able to come home and you all power up together. You should be seeking refuge with your person when you get home, you know?
That's where they came. R. Kelly left R. Kelly home. Foreplay, man. Come on, man. You gotta have that
Foreplay is
foreplay.
very important, though.
It really is.
Foreplay is important. I think that's when your, you know,
It's that, and then you do the deep kiss.
I'm about to say foreplay is everything.
But you gotta be right.
And
You
the
can't.
very deep kiss in for an extended
Foreplay
period of
starts
time.
right here, though.
Right, it does.
You know what's
That
crazy?
ain't just touchy.
Let me.
No.
Is he right though? Like the kissing?
I agree. I was gonna ask y'all as men, because I don't know, like a lot of men have said they don't even kiss women.
Bro.
And I think, okay, so is that because you're not into the woman
You gotta be into the woman.
to be kissing,
gotta
right?
be into the
While
woman to be
you're
kissing.
being
I'm just a weirdo. then.
sexercising.
Women, men say they ain't kissing no woman because they just smashing anybody.
Well, yeah, because the
When
style
you got a
match,
connection with somebody,
the mouth ain't close.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that type
something.
of man. You gotta be able to talk a little
Yeah,
shit.
you gotta be in the right position to get
You can't be kissing. You gotta be like, you like that dick, don't you? You like that, don't you? You know what I mean? You ain't got time to be kissing.
You ain't got time to do that.
Yeah. Drop that thing, huh? Don't cheat me, P. Don't cheat me, P. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to talk that talk. But look, I'll say this: I'm madly in love with my wife, right?
I love it. That's
Madly
beautiful.
in love, bro. For
Beautiful.
real. And she on my head because I don't kiss her enough. Like I don't kiss. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get better. Ladies,
not a
talk
kisser?
to me in the comments because I've never been a kisser. Right?
And you can be
I thought
honest
it was
about
a
that.
feeling.
Like, you know,
Ain't it a feeling?
You know what I mean?
It's like a feeling, right?
that's what we're saying. Like, it all
But I've
goes,
never been.
it's together. The
I don't know what it is,
connection.
bro.
Everybody
Maybe 'cause
has
I'm a
their own.
germaphobe.
Everybody has their own thing.
But
You know,
I
that
can't be a
turns them on.
germaphobe though, really. And act on it. I'm licking kitty and you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't that, you know.
So
But I don't want to kiss all the time though. Like I don't want to be tongue kissing.
right, so you
Okay.
You said I'm a
It
germaphobe.
does. So, wait.
you're not face kissing, but you kitty kissing.
I kiss the kitty.
He kissing the other
And I
one.
kiss too. I'm a pecker.
I don't get it.
I'm a pecker.
I'm just for the
I'm not-
Now, I'm glad you asked that, because I was like, so,
But JB, I like to peck. I like to like this, like you know what I'm
Kiss
saying?
what? What-
I understand.
What are you pecking?
No, lips, like
Oh,
kissing
just the
her.
lips.
Okay.
So when like, bye, have a good day. Like those,
Just
right?
I can see if you're doing it in the morning, I understand. that.
Right, you don't
For
need to
sure.
be getting
Yeah,
busy
for sure.
tonguing in the
Yeah,
morning
yeah,
and stuff.
tongue in the morning,
But
yeah.
Get her in the shower,
Right.
brush your teeth,
Right.
it's a fresh palate.
Absolutely.
Right.
No, you're right.
You know what I
so
say
you
this.
agree
I
with
say
what he
this,
said?
JB.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm
When
with you.
I'm on a drunk, you know, how most people say drunk sex is like they drunk sex is rough sex, right?
Yeah.
Mine's be more kissing. Like when I'm drunk,
You just say you don't like to kiss.
I don't
Only
when I'm
when he's
drunk.
drunk.
Yeah.
When
So
I'm
the
drunk,
ego
bro,
brain
I'm
is
busting
gone, so
slides,
you're like,
you know what I mean?
serious?
I kiss like I'm in the 7th grade
Come on,
when I'm drunk.
you sound like me when it comes to dance.
Be macking.
I won't dance sober.
Correct.
Right.
I'm
You
drunk.
humble.
Right,
Quit,
right,
yeah.
right.
Quit walking in.
Yeah.
Listen,
Just look, don't get no liquor to get you no courage.
bruh. I nickel courage for the kisses,
we
bro.
don't
That's
do-
crazy to
okay.
me.
Our heart always is.
Only when you get loaded is when you start macking. Huh?
But if I'm
I'll take you to
drinking
get
and I'm
drunk
kissing
and
my
kiss
wife,
So, okay.
right? I'm
Okay.
saying if I'm drunk and I'm
drink
kissing my
every
wife,
day,
she
Ocean.
know, like or she like take that shot, babe. I'm like, oh, she trying to kiss. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling it. It's a weird thing. But I also don't drink. I don't drink after my wife.
Have y'all had this talk before?
Man, she
You don't drink
in
after
front of
your
my
wife.
mama, everybody. Like I don't drink after nobody. My kids. Like if my kid drink my juice right now,
You ain't
I'll be
drinking.
like, man, keep
You
it, dog.
don't?
Like you tripping. Like you actually know better than that. You know what I'm saying? I get real disciplined. You drink my shit.
See, look at
You know what I'm saying?
this is one of the benefit now.
Yeah.
Because now it's a special thing.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So
You're
you
right.
just
I need
take
a
it
drink of
there.
water
Right.
right now.
Do the foreplay and
Right.
then go all the way with it.
Yeah.
Never let up.
No, for sure.
You can't let up.
So
No,
look, I'm about
stop.
to try this shit.
So you gotta keep doing that the same way.
Jay,
Yeah.
I'm about to
Hey.
start trying it. I'm about to start kissing.
Yeah.
No,
You
you
know
not.
what I mean?
Look,
I'm about to start kissing.
If y'all are
You
listening, men, women love stuff like that. Just like the stuff that you see on
Damn,
soap operas
okay.
and movies.
Right.
Women love that. I don't care how ghetto she is, how loud she is. If you take her and you're kissing her and stuff, she'll
Right.
start submitting. And she'll start, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right.
breaking her down.
Absolutely. Damn, that makes
Y'all ain't
sense,
listening.
JP. I swear I am.
So you saying all women like kissing?
Unless they got a special scenario going on,
Right.
like our brother,
Right.
and they don't
Right.
like germs or something.
No, I feel you.
But
I feel
typically, we got our erogenous zones. You know what I'm saying? And the kissing and the fondling.
The neck.
The neck,
The massaging,
the ears.
you know what I mean?
Women like that, but a lot of
Yes.
dudes. You know what? I'm gonna say something real quick. I said it before. I don't know what's going on nowadays. Like it's like a man-woman war. It's
crazy.
like the men are like, we want what. Like we used to be able to say we're upset, we want this, but the men are doing it too. They're complaining just like us. Not like gay.
heck yeah.
It's just like going at each other. It's like if we can make it so simple. We can make it simple.
Right.
The stuff that we're talking about, I hope y'all listening.
I'm
Because
right.
this women like, and also all this, the women are getting older and they're now 304s and all that. It's like, yeah, we had sex back in the day.
Right.
But that don't mean we're whores and stuff.
Older women want it right now.
Yeah, and
Ain't that
older
crazy?
women, we now know what we
Yeah, come
want
on.
and how we
Absolutely.
want it. It's
Hey,
a whole difference.
they
It's
spit you
different
out.
when we were in our
Right.
20s and even 30s.
Right.
Now, a lot of us in our 50s, we're like, we know we're going to tell you what we want.
Right.
Listen.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
we
but
know what
look
we
though,
talking
so
about.
let me ask you this though, because you said that as the older women nowadays becoming 304s, right? I've actually heard some women verbally say, I wish I would have been a slut in my 20s. Like they didn't get it out. So now in their 40s and 50s, they like, oh no, I'm
So
getting it
they're-
in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do what
Yeah.
I missed out on.
They say
it's like
when,
like they missed out on that time.
And it's just mental because they ain't missed nothing. That to me, because if you do start doing, I thought about. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, maybe I should start seeing a bunch of different men and stuff. I've thought about it.
Right.
But then I said, just like that Jill Scott song. Why do I feel so empty? And that's not what we're missing. And a lot of times we're
That's
not
tough.
missing the sex part. It's the intimacy that everybody wants, skin on skin,
Right.
kissing, holding.
I ain't thinking
Half the
about that.
time,
Me
it's
neither.
not even the act of the actual sex
Right.
that everybody wants.
It's the foreplay.
They think it is.
So-
It's all that stuff you described.
So I ain't
you
gonna,
know?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Damn, that's big,
Like
bro.
I'm 46 now, right?
Yeah.
And I swear, not too long ago, I just found out what cuddling meant. Like,
What?
Seriously?
No, I didn't cuddle.
Man. What Mike Epps? What Mike Epps sketch? I'm a cuddler.
Hey, he who
But I
cuddles
bet
is
it's
in
a
a
lot
puddle.
of it's a lot of guys. Is this-
It's
am I twisting this
it's
thing?
almost better than sex when you got somebody.
No, for real.
Oh, okay.
I would you on
Yeah.
that.
There's a lot.
But did
Wow.
you got that when you was older, right?
Well, I started paying attention. I
Right.
don't think I cared.
So now you pay attention to the woman that you with.
I was so sex struck, like
Right.
when I was running around.
Right.
To like, when you doing crazy stuff out
I like
in
the way
the
he
street,
said that.
sometimes you think, like, all right, man, once I get me something, I'm going home.
Absolutely.
Right? But they used to want me to stay.
Right.
I'm going. You know what I mean, right?
Outta here.
But I didn't think about it like that.
Right.
Until, you finally start caring about other people you with.
For sure.
Right. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. No, that's right.
Now I'm like, man, like I could have been cuddling all this time.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I used to be like, man, somebody gonna rob me over here. You know what I mean? That's how I used to think. Because that's what an OG told me. Well, you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Don't fall asleep on no house.
OG's with the real hoes.
Oh, don't fall asleep. Okay.
OG told me never fall asleep.
He paying for it. OG tripping.
Hey, OG told me don't fall asleep.
Real hoes.
Yeah, he playing with the real hoes.
The real
He
ones
with the
on
real hoes.
27th
You don't wake up with a
Avenue.
gun in your mouth. That's what he told me. I say, man,
Yeah, OG was on one.
he had me scared for a long time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like,
But
so
that's
when I
I
feel-
like how
Right.
you said that though, Jay Bird. It's like that's how a lot of guys are. They don't see the mother wound problem. Where you had the issue with the mom growing up, or you had a real bad relationship with a woman and she hurt you real bad, and so now you're like, you kind of like women.
Damn.
You
think
want
we
all
the
agree.
relationship, and those are the
Every
ones.
man that,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm saying every man that had women back in the day, they went through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be heartbroken to find out who you is later
Yeah,
on.
you got to get heartbroken once, because you get heartbroken when you older. That's when you start killing.
Yeah,
women,
but you
man.
gotta talk.
That's
I
the
feel like
minute
as
you killing a woman.
as a responsible parent, you have to talk about heartbreak. I was telling my wife about this. Like, you gotta talk to your kids about heartbreak, bro, because that shit hurt. That's probably gonna be the worst pain they feel besides getting shot.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of men, they don't recover from it. Women, men, they don't recover
Get your
from
heart
it.
broke.
Do any of y'all remember the
hard
first time y'all heart was broke?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
How'd that
It's
feel?
multiple.
7th grade.
Didn't feel good at all.
7th grade.
No.
My girlfriend that I was with in 7th grade. I'm sorry, this is 8th grade. This is right before freshman year of high school.
Right.
I was with my little girlfriend who I, broke my virginity with, the whole nine.
Right.
Her family was moving to Memphis, Tennessee. They was leaving, right? And I remember this shit like yesterday. I was on the couch and I swear on my life, I was really sick, right? Like I was, you know what I mean? I had like a cold. And my uncle would not let me live that cold down. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, that nigga over there heart broke, man. What the you know what I'm saying? He like, boy, that shit hurt, don't it? You know what I'm saying? Like, he clowning me. And I'm getting pissed off at him. I'm getting pissed off at him, bro, because I'm like, man, my heart ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? With the boo, but I was hurt. But I really had a cold. You know what I'm saying? That
So
day.
it's like both.
It was a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Maybe the heartbreak broke my body down and made me sick. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
Hey, but
Opens
look,
you up.
what was your first heartbreak, dog?
Who, me?
Yeah.
4th grade.
Damn.
No, for real. When you think that you love somebody in 4th grade,
That's
it's been real with
Abe
you.
Lowry.
Hey, Lowry.
Lowry.
4th grade, boy, you don't even know you got a heart yet.
Exactly.
Man.
But it hurt.
You hurt, it hurt
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I hear the pain in you.
And she left.
Hey, whoever
left
that
town.
is, oh boy, man.
You know, she was my girl one day and she was going to the next.
What about high school or college? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like that
When it
ain't
came to
dream.
high school, that had to be my son, mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son,
Yeah.
mom.
Right.
I mean, it's probably when we was juniors or something in high school.
What's up?
Listen, let me give you one
What
of
about,
those.
what about you, Jen?
It was so many. I don't even know. I don't know where the first one started.
When the first one started?
Shoot.
Hey, for real though? Like
20s,
women,
I'd
y'all
say?
attached to dudes like
Women, you know what? And I was gonna bring this up too. Insecurity is like at the bottom of a lot of bad relationships.
Oh, man.
And the women, we get attached, we don't work on ourselves, and then the first guy that come along, we like this.
yeah.
Even though we see red flags and all kind of bad stuff, it's like, oh, I got me somebody. And then you could just stay with them forever and ever, you know,
Wow.
and you just coexisting, you like roommates or whatever.
So is that how you deal with, like, say for instance, because you said you keep this person with you.
Yeah.
Domestic violence happens. All these things happen. I always wonder, how can this girl stay with this dude?
You heard the
That's a
Tupac
lot of
song?
it. Her self-worth is so low. That's how. And then on the flip side, you got the guys that get with the women and their self-worth is real low. And they think, a lot of us think we have to fix people because it's easier to keep the attention off of ourselves. So we go get that person, a bunch of broken people over and over, you know? And it's like, instead of getting the one that's got their own place, their car, their self-esteem is high, we don't want that. We subconsciously go toward the one that is the worst because it's like, because we don't feel good enough about ourselves, I gotta fix this person. So now the attention's on them and not me instead of getting myself together.
That's interesting.
I know that firsthand. So
I'm gonna say this to that because
That's interesting.
I've dated, right? Like anybody else.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes it's not where you meet the people. So you thinking you meeting a wife at the club.
It can happen.
Right? I'll just be honest.
Yeah, it can.
Right? Now it can.
But I hear you.
But let's be honest
I
with
hear
you.
you. Yeah.
It's not like it.
It can't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I just want to be honest. But if you met her somewhere, and I'm not gonna use church and nothing like that.
Right.
But you met somewhere a little bit because you
From
gotta
church.
watch this. When you meet somebody, man, sometimes, man, you already know it's a problem. They actually told you in the door, right? But you did it anyway.
Hold
Right.
on, say that again.
People tell you in the door what's actually wrong with them.
Always
We
up
just
front.
don't listen.
Within the
Yeah.
first
And that
few
goes
months.
for people in
I
general.
believe
You
that.
blinded by that
No, I believe
backside,
that.
or you
Yeah.
blinded by that face, or you
that
blinded
was-
by that cheek
Right.
cheek.
I believe
When you-
that.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I'm gonna say this. This is
It's-
some real game
it's
because
true.
I've been through this, right?
Yeah.
Watch this. I'm gonna tell
It's
y'all
true.
something that we all do every time you meet somebody. If you really want to know the person you're talking to, the first 3 phone calls, remember it. Because everything that they told you on your first 3 calls is actually them.
You got me going back thinking about phone calls.
Right,
now.
immediately I was like,
I'm just
let me
being
see, what are
honest.
you talking about?
Yeah.
What did she say? She did say
Watch
that
this.
one time.
People told you they was crazy when you met them.
Right up front.
And you
actually,
laughed
Yeah.
because you didn't want to believe it.
No.
Well,
Right?
maybe I'm the crazy one then, because I'm like,
Watch
damn, I'm
this.
trying to do
If you meet a dude, and I've seen women meet dudes, and he said, "Oh yeah, last girl I had, man, I had, a little domestic violence. I mean,
Yeah.
Right,
He just
right.
told you.
Right. No doubt. No doubt.
He got
Yeah.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
And she
It's
laughed
true.
it off like she didn't hear.
You right,
Baby
bro.
mama, you can't be that different.
You right.
Right?
You
Watch
right.
this. I didn't hear guys meet women, right?
Right.
Watch this. And the first thing they say is, I don't have nothing. She just told you.
Right away.
She ain't got nothing, right? Now, I ain't saying nothing wrong with it, because sometimes you might can pick something up that's worth something.
Right.
Like, hey, some people throw out trash, you might can find some treasure out of it.
Nah, no doubt.
So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say
No
that,
doubt.
right?
Yeah,
So I
no
don't want
doubt.
to dog nobody when I
That's
say
right.
that. But when it happens,
Right.
they just told you.
Yeah.
That's so true, dog. I think a lot of us are blinded when you meet somebody new.
Yeah.
'Cause you want
Especially
it
if
to
they're
work. Especially if
attractive.
you like- exactly.
It's like,
you want it to work. Like you want.
So
yeah.
watch this.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have this conversation because I swear when I tell people this,
Yeah.
because somebody told me a long time ago that I don't listen. That's a lie,
Right.
right? Because I can go back anytime anybody I ever talked to and I can tell you.
Right.
He
Watch
did
this,
listen.
'cause you only can use me for as long as I let you.
No
right?
doubt.
Right? But I ain't boo-boo the fool neither.
Right.
I heard what you said in the first 3 conversations.
Right. Right. Hey, that's free game though, y'all.
Because watch this.
That's free
If you're
game.
actually giving somebody a test, right?
Right.
You just felt like, okay, I heard it, but I'm going to test them out.
Right.
So, right,
Yeah.
okay. Everybody, when you talk to somebody, you're going to play your whatever. Your
Yeah,
game,
yeah,
your
yeah.
whatever,
So,
right?
unfortunately,
To get
yeah.
to get to where you want to get
Uh-huh.
to,
Right.
All right, all I'm saying is, if you tell the truth, like they told the truth,
Right.
because when I hear people say stuff like that,
Right.
I turn around and say, I do not do that, just so you know.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
If you telling me you crazy, I don't do crazy.
I don't do crazy.
Just so you know. Right?
right.
I'm telling you like you told me.
Correct.
But
From the
remember,
beginning.
I heard you.
Yeah, in that first 3.
I heard you.
That first 3.
You didn't hear me.
Yeah.
Right? Watch this.
That's real, though.
Every woman, crazy. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, Jennifer. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here too, right? Watch this.
Finna shoot somebody.
He finna shoot.
I'm dropping game today.
Right.
Ladies, I love you dearly. In the first 3 conversations, do not tell a dude you go through phones. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But if they really do that,
Watch this.
don't tell
So
them not
you
to do
saying
it.
that
Yes,
wear a
I am. I'm
mask?
gonna tell you why. Because
Keep
hate
your
on it.
mask
He
on?
hate on the truth.
I'm not hating on the truth.
He hate on the truth.
No, I'm not.
That's hating on the truth.
Because
Let
Wait,
it
okay,
be
well-
out. Put it out.
Yeah,
because
you
I'm gonna
gotta
tell
say
you
it.
why. Feel me? If you meet a girl and that's in your first 3 conversations,
Man.
and she tell you, "Oh, why I can't go through your phone?"
Right. That's a young thing, though, I feel like, Bird.
Watch
That's
this.
an insecure
What?
thing.
That's an insecurity thing for
Say
sure.
it again.
That's an
It's
insecure
an
thing.
insecure thing.
That's
Yeah.
why you need to tell him the truth
It
off
is.
top. 'cause he
Okay,
needs
watch
to
this.
hear
though.
that.
Watch
See,
this.
if you going through
here we
phones,
go
I don't
again.
need
We're
to
like
know
we didn't
about
hear
it.
it at first.
Right.
But she what?
She told
told
you.
you.
Told you.
Yeah,
You know what I
right
mean?
up front.
But I feel like if she didn't tell you, and the insecurity came out another way.
Came out later.
Now she looking through your phone now, right?
Yeah.
It,
She ain't
it,
tell
it
you.
just
She
happens.
lied.
I think, but you're right. I actually agree with that. I do think that for the guys listening and the women, that's free game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's really a jewel. I never
look
looked
at
at things like
What's
that.
a
like,
jewel?
The first 3, like your first 3
Oh, okay.
conversations, like
The
really
first
pay
3
attention
calls?
to what they saying. Because you trying to be all cute in the first 3
Yeah.
conversations. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
that
They
new
telling
look.
you some truth within that cuteness.
Yeah, I mean, y'all both telling each other some
Watch
truth.
this.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Watch this.
If you being real.
Hey, I swear,
Yeah.
I need to
Some
write a
niggas
book.
ain't real.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This how I know I've been in the world. I should write a book.
You should write a book.
You've been here
Look,
before.
check this out, man.
Yeah.
The reason I say the first 3 conversations is it's the first time you actually real. Because you might
No
not
doubt.
be
Yeah. I agree
the
with
first
that.
time
You might
you're
not
real.
be that
I agree
same
with
no
that,
more.
bro.
huh?
Because you don't, because they absolutely don't know you.
Right.
Yeah.
So whatever you say at this moment,
They gotta
that's all
believe
they
it.
gonna
They're
know.
believing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you gauging. Like the first conversation leads you to 2, 2 leads you to 3, 3 leads you to 4, 4 leads you to more. You know what I'm saying? So you right, bro. Like
no, that sometimes
it's a-
you be
it's-
lying in them first 3 conversations.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't
both.
know.
It's like
I don't know
both.
about the first 3 conversations. It's got to be.
What do you mean?
Because you're doing you got your best
I
foot
guess it
forward, you're
depends
trying to
on who
impress
you
the
are.
person.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
be
so-
lying.
But also,
Hey, whoa.
people change, and sometimes they don't have enough self-awareness to give you the right information.
Right.
They could be saying, I'm this, I'm that.
Right.
But they don't. That could be wrong about them. They could be assessing themselves incorrectly. People don't always have the best view of who they are.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like I
That's
feel
true.
like I'm this type of person. I'm that.
Well,
type.
that's
You
to this
listening?
day.
That's to this day. So I take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
For a lot of it, when you first meet somebody, they
Yeah.
can be putting on. They're trying to look good.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Change.
Hey, watch
They
this.
might just not know who they really are.
Hey, check it out. Watch
Yeah.
this.
That's a good point.
I'm so happy.
real.
Hey,
Good point.
I've been waiting to get all this off today.
You heavy today, dog. My boy heavy today. And I like it though.
Hey,
You
do,
know what I'm
do
saying?
any of y'all listen to Pandora?
Oh yeah.
Do y'all got commercials?
Mm-hmm.
There's a commercial that come on every commercial, and it says, if you want to know the person you meet, you don't want to be catfish. We have an app.
Oh,
have an app?
what?
You can know who you dating
Yeah, true.
right now with this app.
No doubt.
All you need is a name and maybe a phone number.
Phone number. They
You
gonna
can find
Google the
out
hell out that person.
everything you want.
Yeah, yeah,
You can do
yeah.
that yourself.
No, you could.
All I'm saying
could.
is they making it real easy for you.
No doubt.
Hey,
Well,
women
no doubt.
do that.
Yeah,
They make it
but
real
you
easy.
really
No,
never
women be
really
doing-
know a
women be looking-
person until
looking
you
you
get
up.
into the same house, live with them.
Right.
That's when you really know.
Right.
Yeah.
You can hear whatever on the phone and all that, but something I was gonna say, and this is like, so I've noticed with the guys, they'll get a lot of men are like real overbearing.
Okay.
They're very
Yes, sir.
overbearing
Yes,
and
ma'am.
controlling. They'll get the woman that is like, she real pretty, she real fine, whatever. She got on the hoochie mama clothes, they
Right.
saw it, but they figure I'm gonna change her, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
get with her,
Oh, no,
and
no. That
she
never works.
I'm gonna change her. And when she don't change, now you got the anger and all that kind
Absolutely.
of stuff,
So-
the insecurities.
So they didn't see how to be a player.
Right.
You can't
That's
change
a
your
perfect,
stripper.
perfect movie.
You can't change a stripper, man.
You can. Don't even
You
try.
can change
Yes,
the
you
stripper.
can. Yeah, I know some
I
strippers
don't.
that done changed their
And I
lives.
bet, and I bet they all, and I bet they all
Yes,
marry
you
somebody
can.
with money.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
okay, you got me.
Yeah,
I can't even speak to
You
that.
got
I
me.
don't know.
The stripper.
Nah, but every woman want to be with a dude
Come
for
on,
money.
man.
I mean, we say for
Come
money.
on,
We
man.
say for money, but it's
Come
really
on.
for security.
That's the only way I've
Stability.
seen strippers
You know what
get
I'm
out the
saying?
club.
You know what I mean?
When that one NFL dude just say, "Oh hell with it, I'll rock with you. Come on with me."
Right.
With that one NBA player.
Right.
She changed her life, didn't she?
She changed the life.
Yeah.
But
She
see,
don't let
it
Paul
depends
come on.
on- you just gotta find. Women have different thresholds for everything. They have different thresholds for mental stimulation, physical stimulation. So a woman who's in the club, a lot of times she hasn't found that guy to hit all the boxes. So it's gonna take the certain guy to be able to get it in where it
Right.
needs to go.
Right.
Be able to mentally stimulate him. And
Right.
if men can't do that, then she gonna stay where she's at.
That's
No
right.
man is going to
That's
check
a good
all
one.
boxes.
That's right.
So
No, but you can check enough to get her off the stage.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can check enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No
Yeah.
man.
But
Matter of
like-
fact, nobody's checking all boxes.
No, that's the 80-20 issue for real.
I ain't going real close.
80,
You can
80-20
come
is
real
for
close.
real. 80-20 is the like the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah,
There's
80-20.
three areas.
Right.
Yeah.
Physically,
Yeah.
and not even three, it's two. Physically and mentally and spiritually, but some people just ain't on that level yet.
What about financially?
financially? Sure, that's the given. I didn't
You know what I'm
include that
saying?
because that's
Yeah.
a given. You know what I mean? You got to be able to support the woman.
No doubt.
But if you can meet her where she's at, mentally and
Right.
physically,
Right.
but just every woman's at a different level. So the girl on the pole, she either has a deep physical, or it could be walls too that you got to get over.
Oh,
But you
man.
can get there. You just got to know you're dealing. You can't go in there or the girl on the stage and approach her like the girl in the mall.
No doubt.
No, and what she would need to submit is going to be way lower threshold than what she needs.
100%.
But there's a man for everybody. Some men are up for the challenge. They're going to go with her, pull them off the pole, and it's done.
Right.
But most men ain't going to do that.
Right.
You know,
Money
Now, average
will
Joe
take a
can't do
lot of
that.
them off the pole.
I don't know, man.
Yes, it
I didn't
will.
want nobody. I never wanted
Get back on the
nobody.
pole.
Yes, it will.
I think
I ain't gonna lie,
initially you're
when
right.
when I used to go to strip club, you know what's so crazy? When I actually, like, you know, when I was in my little stage,
Yeah.
where I was strip clubbing.
Right.
Right? I didn't even want to.
Shout out Pink Rhino,
Yeah,
you know
all
what I
of
mean?
them. Oh, man, Doobie, thank you, Doobie.
Yeah,
Well,
y'all
the
had
Doobie
that
is blessed
thing
your boy J Bird.
Come on,
Right? So I was
I
saying,
missed them days.
right, I do too. Right? So I never looked for the one that was making all the money. You know, I looked for the one that ain't doing nothing.
Correct.
The one that's sitting in the corner,
Yeah.
looking at her phone like, all I need is $100 to get this water back on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, hey, you want to go hang out?
On me.
Because I feel like if I'm
Right.
going to lose my little money, I might as well get somebody really neat.
Right.
Because they balling.
No,
It's a
you
good
right
way to
though.
look at it.
No, straight
Yeah,
up
it's a good
though.
way to look at
If
it.
I'm going to give my money
And
away.
as a man who giving his money away, you feel like you could pull that one. You know what I mean?
But you see what she just left for.
Oh yeah.
Being honest.
More bread.
All I'm saying
That's
is,
why she there.
So look,
You know what I mean?
my uncle told me when I got kicked out, right?
Yeah.
He said, nephew, never talk to the fine ones. He said, never talk to the fine ones because you're going to be broke. He said, nephew, if you ever see me, I talk to mediocres.
Ooh.
That's what he told me.
But the
Watch
ugly.
this. Let me tell you what he told me.
Yeah.
He said, mediocres, man, they go to work,
Right.
they clean,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
They always got a car,
Right.
they always got a roof,
Mm.
right? So if
Shout
you,
out to the
if
mediocres,
you- right,
baby.
if
Don't
you-
feel bad about being mediocre. You know what I
Mom
mean?
said, look, he even stuck up for the big ones.
Right.
He them too.
Oh, now the big ones
He
is
said them
cracking.
too, right?
Yeah. Now the big ones cracking, bro.
That's what he told me. He said, hey, if you ever in your life think that sex is sex,
Right.
it's not sex. It's for living. Right?
Ooh.
It's what?
It's for living.
Ooh.
Right?
This is a survival
just like,
mechanism.
it's survival mechanism. All you got to do is don't be lazy. Do the things she ain't going to do. You feel me? He said, you clean up after yourself.
Right.
You clean up after her.
Right.
Because most men ain't going to clean up at all.
No doubt.
Right?
No
He said,
doubt.
but you know your grandma
No
taught
doubt.
you better. I said, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then he said, put gas in their car. We were
Right.
talking about that before.
Remember that? Yeah.
Put gas
Yeah.
in, right? Make sure you do the line work, no matter what.
Are we talking about just being a good man or
I
just
guess-
kind of
I guess
Because that's what he's talking about.
That's
ain't
what exercise.
Not, watch this. It's not being a good man. It's called being a man.
it? A man.
Right?
Ooh.
Because you can be lazy under a woman, and then y'all
I'm still a good man because there's a lot of niggas out there that ain't doing it.
Right?
So we're gonna call it a good
At
man.
all.
Good man.
But you right though.
Nah, that's a man shit.
It's a
You
man.
right, dog.
Because that's what men supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not gonna dog my ones, getting
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Right?
Nah,
what I
you
mean?
can't do that.
'Cause there's some women getting over.
No doubt.
So I ain't gonna knock my men that's getting over.
Right, right.
All I'm gonna say is when you a man, you know what I mean, you don't have to have no super fine woman. You just need a woman
Oh, come on, man.
to make sense of what you
You
got.
can't tell
know
a man
that.
what he
You don't
want
need no super
her.
fine woman. I'm gonna tell you why.
But
Tell
at least
her-
be
you tell her what
attracted
you
to her
want.
though.
Yeah.
You
Watch
know,
this.
like
Nah, you
have
gotta be attracted.
something.
Most men.
B-man, do you want a mediocre?
Hey, watch.
can't do
Hey, B.
mediocre.
Hey, B.
I don't want a mediocre.
Hey,
J-Mac.
first.
J-Mac, do you want a mediocre?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, though,
J-Mac
bro.
got a pretty
Don't
wife.
give me no philosophical
No, but I'm
But
saying, right?
y'all
Think
got
about
some, because I'm like, wait a minute.
Beauty is
You
an
got a
eye of the beholder.
connection though we're talking about, right?
Well, you
Or you
gotta
ain't
have
talking
a
about
JB,
getting
tell the
somebody
truth.
It's called living.
But listen,
My
if you
connection is to
do,
live. See, y'all
See,
have,
mine
y'all
not.
having sex to feel good.
no.
I'm having sex so I can live.
I mean, yeah.
Right, yeah.
But you know what I
I
mean?
need help.
Like, I need this shit to feel good, no question.
That's what you do.
But
I
my
need
point,
help.
my
Ain't
point is
nothing-
this:
that's
when
what
it,
you
when
do,
it comes
that's
to
what you do.
relations, like being in a relationship,
You know what I-
Right, that's
I think-
y'all know who
I'm
fight
trying to
is?
follow.
the relationship gonna bring out the best in you as a man, right?
It's
like if you want to be in a
supposed to.
relationship,
Well,
No, it work for
I
everybody.
mean, if it's
Don't
the
work
right
for everybody.
woman, the right
If it's the right
woman
woman.
will bring that
Correct.
good
It's
out
the
of
right
you.
woman.
Not just a
Correct.
relationship,
No,
but
that
the
don't,
right
that don't work for
woman.
everybody.
well, I'm married, so I guess when I'm talking right now, I'm talking like when you find your wife, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't married.
Because yeah, I
Because
know,
I
right?
can tell.
But-
So that sounded more
I need-
like
I need somebody
strategy,
to- I
strategic,
need-
Correct.
as opposed to love and having a connection.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I was
Yeah,
listening.
but
I was
Bird
like, are we
also
talking about the
speaking
same thing?
It's a different sexercise. And he's
I want to connect.
another level.
But what I got from
I
you,
want to
tears
connect
too.
at the bank.
What I got from you is
Can
just
we
like
connect at the bank?
you gonna be the same you regardless of who you with. You know what I'm saying? As a man, because you got these values to be a man. Period. Regardless of what the expectation is in the relationship, he gonna be him.
Yeah.
So you could be a 10 to him, you could be a 1 to him. If he dealing with you,
He's
this
still gonna
what
do
you
the same
be.
stuff.
And I think that's
You know
cool.
what I'm saying?
When we were talking about this the last time,
Right.
Honesty up front.
Yep.
Explain
Yes.
what you're looking.
Yeah.
And
Explain
don't
what
see
you're
the
looking
the
for.
problem. I think that people run into when everybody starts cheating and all that is because you weren't up front. Just say, this is the type of person I am. I like multiples. Say it
Right.
instead of pretending you're gonna be this monogamous person or whatever. You know, you're not even like that. I think that it's not really
It's hard,
cheating.
though.
It's just
I
like
think
that
I think
person
that-
is being that person.
Hey, amen
They
to
just
that.
never said anything.
I think that's
Amen
hard
to
for a
that,
woman
man.
though when she look at this guy and he got this 80-20, you know, the 80-20 mentality everybody got, right? Like
It's hard
give me
after they done
80%.
probably already did it or something, but if you say it up front, like the first 3 calls,
Yeah.
then you won't have a
So the
problem. But
expectation is
everybody
set.
starts
That's right.
sexercising
That's right.
so
That's right.
quick.
That's right.
Now your emotions, you can
Yeah.
have emotions involved and you haven't even done it yet.
Yeah.
You can just be, so you gotta be careful. That's what I'm saying. Like say it, hey, you know what, before we even start, before
Right.
we start texting a whole bunch of stuff, I like a lot of partners. You know, say it instead of giving this person the impression that
Yeah.
it's just gonna be me and you.
But-
Now the heartbreak
But
starts.
here's just the issue. There's a lot of guys that don't have, that's their game. They don't have the other game. Like, I never had I could
Right.
never get at a girl like, oh, I like, even when I was younger and did,
Yep.
I didn't have a game for that.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? Only game I had was, we gotta be the girlfriend, boyfriend.
No doubt.
That was my game.
Right.
That's a lot of guys.
You mean
So-
like even though you wanted multiples, you didn't know?
He's saying his way to keep him on the hook is like I'm giving all my attention to
I didn't
you.
have it, cause
You know what I
grew
mean?
up-
Like I don't want
grew up-
nobody else.
I didn't grow up with a player in my life to learn from. I grew
Yeah.
up with a dad and a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see
Yeah.
the game my dad ran with my
Absolutely.
mom, and that's what I had.
Correct. Yeah.
That was my tool.
We
That
all
nigga
saw
old,
that.
hey, old polite
We
game.
all saw that.
Even if I wanted that, I wouldn't even be able to pull
That's
it off.
that's
Yeah.
a blessing.
Right.
I guess, but
Some people got it, some people don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like so. To your point though, there are a lot of guys who may want multiple partners, but they don't have the game for that. All they have is the game where I can be super nice. I can court you. I'm gonna do the natural.
Right.
Take you out on dates, make you feel like we together.
Yeah, you're right.
Because that's the only game they have. And they gotta shoot
So
something.
messed up.
Let me ask y'all this.
Good point.
No,
Play
great
how you know how
point.
to play.
And it leads me to thinking
It's-
about this. What about the guys now in their 40s and 50s? We talked about the women earlier who like, hey, I want to go back and relive my 20 and go be this hoe, right? What about the dudes who just wasn't shit in their 20s? Now they
Still ain't
making
shit?
money. No, they making money now, right? Like
They making money and
They
still ain't
successful,
shit.
and they want to go back and relive like
What's wrong with that?
That's what they
nothing.
do.
No, my point is,
What's wrong with that?
no, that's my question though. It's like he talking about they didn't have the game in
Back
their
then.
20s.
But now they got it, so
Right
now they got
now
the
they working
opportunity
through
to
their
do
30s,
it.
their 40s. They grown men like that now. You know what I mean? Like they still in shape.
Cool. It's
They
kinda
doing their
backwards,
And they
thing.
should be able
It
to
is
speak
backwards.
up.
No, it's backwards.
They should be able to do what I was saying. That's
But I
what I
think a guy
think.
when you get older and you a guy with money, you don't even. I wear my ring all the time, right?
Yeah.
This never comes off. And I could still go pull a young girl, I feel like today, and they wouldn't even think twice about this ring. You know
Well,
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of the young girls are pretty trifling.
Well,
though.
I think they
I
see
love
a guy.
y'all,
I think they
but
see a
y'all
guy
are.
with money.
Y'all are.
And not to say I
TV.
got money. Not like that. I'm just saying they see a guy established. The ring makes them think I'm even more established than what I probably am. Right?
Yeah.
They see. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you
So
know what
it's-
you know what I heard when a man is married and they go out, they say the only women that don't care about the ring is because they know they don't got to go home with you. They don't got to worry about you calling
No
them. They
doubt.
don't got to worry about you blowing them up.
Whatever it
That's
is.
why they go for the
Okay.
man with the ring.
Whatever it is,
That's
though.
what I heard from a man with a ring.
Right.
So
Like I
and
said.
then what happens? What happens
What
when
you
the
think?
man with the ring start pulling up acting crazy though?
Hold on.
I didn't see
What you say? What you say?
What
I
happens when the man with the ring start pulling up on you? Yeah, going
I've seen
crazy.
it.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
for
see
sure.
that. I
That's
didn't see
definitely that can
before.
happen.
Huh?
But
We didn't heard the
What?
story
9
recently.
times out of
Oh,
10, that man is not finna bother you because he finna go home to his wife.
100%.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless you don't want
That's
to
not true.
But what was
That's
your
not
thought?
true.
A man
We-
with a ring symbolizes stability.
Absolutely.
He can provide. He can do all these things.
Right.
He's naturally attractive.
Correct.
You could be, let's say somebody's in your inbox.
Every
Right.
man with a ring ain't
As soon as
attractive.
you see him in a relationship, all of a sudden you like, oh dang,
Right.
he kind of look good. He did this.
Right.
It's a piece of, it's almost like a safety.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. And
It
I swear,
represents
bro, that's what I'm
stability
leading
to
to.
them.
Like, I
You know-
swear,
you know
I be
what I
seeing
call
these
them?
dudes. Who?
Them girls that do that,
What's that?
stalkers.
Oh man.
Because if you had to go on Facebook, you stalk them.
Yeah.
Hey, no, for sure, for sure.
I'm just
But
saying.
I'm saying though,
That's how they see
It ain't gonna never end well.
That's how they
I can
see
say
it.
that.
it's
No.
not gonna end well, bro.
It ain't
You
gonna
gotta
never
be,
end
you gotta be
well.
a disciplined
Don't
person.
do that.
First of all, the older you get as a man to cheat, I feel like it's harder.
To cheat when you're older?
Like when you married, like me to go out and cheat today,
Yeah.
it's hard, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like to me,
Well,
it
well,
just
when you're in a committed relationship, it's hard to cheat.
no question, no
You know what I mean?
question, no question. But a boyfriend girlfriend, like if it ain't a live-in situation,
Yeah.
if it ain't a live-in situation,
Right, man.
man, you bouncing. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you do. Even live-in, I feel like the expectation Now that I'm married, my wife be like, go. She want me to get out the house, go kick it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think I'm mature enough to know it ain't really nothing out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
Ain't nothing out there.
And you don't be acting shady and stuff, so
No
she
doubt.
trusts.
But I've also been out there though, JB, right? So my 20s was lived like telling females like, man, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just woo, 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 woo. But we still gonna go to Chili's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And go get this 2 for $20. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still gonna do what? I'm still gonna get this back rub when we get back to the house. You feel me?
Yeah.
But so I think I been there, done that. Like, I don't have that. It don't excite me.
You
to wanna
already
go
did
get a
it.
new
You've
car.
done it.
That's
You've
this.
done. See,
I've been-
that's why
Well,
I
you
say,
matured,
That's why I
'cause I was
say
gonna
if
say
a
a lot
man
of
that's
guys-
40 years old and want
Right.
to do that now, he's living backwards.
But what if he
Yeah.
didn't live like me? Like, what if
I
he
know.
didn't go out there and play football in college and was just, you know
And
what I'm saying? Like this.
I'm not saying living backwards is wrong, because some niggas ain't got it. They
Right.
didn't get it like how
Right.
you got it or I got it back in the day. So
For
if that's
sure.
what your opportunity to get it now,
Just go and
you
get
still,
it.
you still living backwards.
Right.
But if that's what you want to go do what you got to do, because now you get the opportunity. Just like you just said earlier today, a woman, when she, they get a little older, they might not want to get a little 304 to them.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So that's no difference.
I feel that.
I don't think
I feel that.
Yeah.
Says that to the guy that got girlfriend in the 4th grade.
I had a girlfriend in the 1st grade. So
I don't think it's just the
you
fact
lucky.
that you got it as your system why you don't cheat. Like for me, for example, I definitely didn't hit the peak that I thought I should have hit.
You know,
what I mean? Like,
I feel you.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. You know,
Yeah.
that's fine. But the reason why I'm not cheating now, for me, is because I can't even get away with jacking off without her knowing. Even if she don't
Damn.
catch me. Like the next day, I got attitude all day.
Yeah.
And I started to see the pattern. Like, every time I jack off, the next day so she can feel
You
it.
be I know what it is. You have it's your phone volume too high when you go in the bathroom. You gotta hit that bitch on 0. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta
at least
spray.
on one.
You gotta spray, even if it don't smell like nothing. You gotta spray. You gotta cut the fan on. She'll never know.
Nah, you ain't cutting the fan on.
I can't.
He just leaving. Ain't no stain in the toilet. Nothing. She like that nigga jacked
You gotta
off.
drown. I say you gotta drown the sound
I
out.
turn the shower on. I don't even need the audio.
What? Okay, I got a question on that topic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna merge just 1 second. Kind of digressing. I always wondered about that. So, in a relationship, healthy sexercising
Right.
regularly.
Oh man.
What is the purpose of masturbating?
Please answer that, because you
Somebody
said you
help.
are every other dayer. So to me, I don't know
Right,
how
because
you
you're
B-Man,
healthy.
this is your
When
answer.
I say healthy, you guys
Me
are
every
not
other day.
missing.
This is
There's
the-
no 5-month gap.
Correct.
This was
So-
before my regimen.
Right.
I knew regimen.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is new.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the only time since the regimen,
Right.
it's been it was one of the moments where she fell asleep and I didn't get to finish.
Okay.
So I had to go ahead.
Okay. That makes sense. I
reasonable.
thought you were like getting busy with yourself,
That's
and you're
reasonable. I
also getting
salute
busy
that.
with your wife. I'm like, what's wrong?
What's wrong with that?
Everything.
Right.
Okay.
To my lifestyle.
Okay, that makes sense. And you're supporting, so help. Why?
saying,
Why do guys
no,
do
I-
that if they have a sexy
I'm just
a
saying.
sex-
Exercising. Yeah.
relationship? Why do they still need to masturbate?
I thought that enhanced it.
Does it?
I thought it enhanced the sex.
Shit,
Does
I think
it?
when you over 40, you don't.
I thought it enhanced.
I bust a nut. I don't care how that nut
Everybody's
come.
built differently.
I like to do it myself and shoot it all over the place.
Man, when I bust my nut,
Nasty.
now like for the past 3 years, that was gross and most. Like
Can we
the
talk
visual
about
of
this?
it
Take
was
this
nasty.
stuff on here.
But the visual of that shit he said all over the place, I actually seen it. Like, damn, man. Like, why you doing it like that? bro?
I
was
said I
like,
gotta bring
Hey,
a black
Pete.
light out for this nigga.
you stupid as hell. But me though, when I catch one now, when I catch one, I really be tired, bro. Like my energy be low. The plans that I have for the day do not get done. I be want to go to the gym. I have all these high expectations.
Oh man.
I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. And if I go jack off in the morning, I'm fucked. I work from home sometimes. Like I don't be getting no work done. Like if I bust a nut early,
The only way in the morning you gotta hit 5 a.m. and go back to bed.
you gotta go back to sleep. I done missed a couple meetings. Hey, I done missed a couple meetings like that, bro. Try to get one in too early, go back to sleep. You be like, damn, I done missed the 8 o'clock alarm and shit. Like, that was my reminder. My job hit me. I gotta make excuses up. Like, man, my daughter done fucked around and had a. I be lying on my kids and shit. I had to take my little son to urgent care. Nigga was sleep like a motherfucker catching that man.
Everybody built differently.
So-
Me,
so
I got
can I-
one a day in me.
so-
I
so
got
can I
one.
ask you-
One a day and it's
Hey, so
done.
can I-
One and
can I
done.
He
ask
said
you-
one a day.
Hey, so can I
I
ask
need
you?
one every 2-3 days, bro. So that back to back you doing, that's beast. I salute that.
Can I ask,
It's really
Y'all
hard.
niggas
can I
is,
ask you men a question? Because I seen this happen.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I've seen this happen before. You know, ladies might want to jump in on this.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever thought you did something good?
And it wasn't
they,
nothing?
they turn around and touch themselves?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Whoa. Speak on that,
How y'all
JB.
feel?
I've
on that.
never, well,
See? Look.
well, I've done that when it was bad, when it wasn't.
So how do you think a man would feel if I thought, oh, if we just got it in?
Right.
Right?
Right.
But then all of a sudden, I'm thinking, you know, I didn't with the leg, you know, keep my feet up.
Yeah.
I hear the,
Man.
If I was a guy, I would feel
like,
bad.
what the
Yeah.
Just so your pride ain't hurt, you gotta low key
You
try to.
gotta get out of my bed.
Nah. I think we all been there before though, bro. I've been there.
Well, I know.
What I did was I just kind of spread the cheeks a little bit, like act like I was, you know what I mean? If you
helping?
spit on it a little bit, I can help it. You over there gummied out though.
Gummy
You gummied out. There's
You
nothing
can't
you can
do
do.
nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
I got mine, bro. Like it happens. You know what I'm
I get her out the way
saying?
first. I get her out the way first.
Some women is difficult to
So,
get
yeah,
out the way
I
though.
just want to know how y'all feel.
But
That's
you know
mature.
your wife.
That's
You know
mature.
your wife. You know, like, I could do missionary right now and get her there. Or I can do in the back, get her there. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's your wife, but he's into her. Remember we were talking about that before? How we
Absolutely.
were like, people be like, I'm not into, we don't have sex anymore. That's because you're not into each other.
For sure.
Maybe you never were.
No
but
doubt.
when you're into each other, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Because if I don't,
You know
if
your
she
wife's
she's
spot.
not satisfied. She don't whip nothing out. Ain't nothing. She ain't gonna finish, but she's gonna start arguing with me immediately about
Man.
something.
Right.
Oh,
I'm talking about right
wow.
afterwards.
Right.
Now we arguing about something.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's her signal. That's
Yeah.
how you know she's not satisfied.
Yeah. Mine would do to just pull out like, man. I just get down and look. Ooh, shit. Ooh.
If I was a man, I'd be insulted. I would feel bad. Yeah.
But I think
That
that
is messed
some
up.
women, like my wife now, I know, like you just know after years and years of how to get them there right now, right? You know
Right.
they spot. But if it's something new, bruh, I don't know what gets you there. You know what I mean?
If I hear that vibrating thing go off, I'm gonna keep gangster with you. I'm gonna just get up and put my stuff on.
Man, and bounce. But I thought you liked to cuddle and shit now.
I don't, not when I hear that.
So your ego start getting involved.
Hey,
in.
I hope this episode is clean. Y'all finna get me canceled, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
Just like, y'all finna get us.
Nah, man,
We'll
it
have
ain't.
100 views.
It's only 10 minutes. It's only the first 10 minutes.
I ain't said that.
It's only the first 10 minutes
Okay,
you gotta
well,
be
I
clean
think
on
we made it
podcast. Then you can
past
start talking crazy.
We don't got no comments, do we?
we ain't got nothing.
Look, we didn't make it through it. We didn't make it through the back.
This one of the ones you have to
Keep
rewatch
going.
later.
Might as well keep going now.
Oh my
I'm
God.
telling you,
Go harder.
Like, so look, all I'm
No pun intended.
right?
Yeah, some people have a high sex drive.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's
No.
true.
I
That's
got
true.
strong sex drive.
That's true.
It's not high. It's just strong.
You got a strong one?
What does that mean? Like
Right.
once you get going, it's like
One time I go into animal mode.
Yo,
and after that,
Animals.
then it's like over. Like
Yeah.
You like a lion.
Yeah, I go
Yeah,
wild.
for real.
Done.
You got it. You got to grab sometimes.
But at least I like what you said. That's mature. That's grown folk stuff. You take care of her, make sure she's good. You know how many men would be like, fuck that.
Right.
That's immature.
No doubt. It
And
is.
that's
It
what
is
we
immature.
got out there.
It is.
It is
Men.
immature.
But what women, some of y'all got that fire though, and you gotta chill out then. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hey, some
some of y'all got 5-minute coochie. And then y'all expect brothers to be going 20 and 30 minutes. Like that's not reasonable.
Maybe on
When
the
every
second
dude that
time.
you dealing with,
All they got is 20.
no, I'm saying 5 minutes.
How long you got?
But I thought that.
And I'll
Look,
put
if
it to
if
you like
go
this.
down-
Time out.
if
This.
you go right,
No.
5 minutes.
No, listen to this.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
For 20 minutes.
Because isn't
20 minutes?
20?
For 20 minutes, you can do that?
No, that's long.
Isn't that too long?
Beyonce, man, when I do that for
Don't
breakfast,
that mean that it's bad?
Y'all crazy.
I'll do
Stop
20
it,
It's
bro.
too long, huh?
That's what I heard.
I mean,
No, for sure.
I mean,
I'll do it.
That's what I was saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No doubt.
If you
it can be a drug night.
if a woman feel
Yeah, that's a
if
one-off.
if a woman feel that way, she might got some trouble.
I can't.
Listen, Bird.
I can't do this
No,
longer than
I'm
a minute and a
going-
half. It's consecutive.
I need to stop.
Pull out.
I need to stop.
I don't think I've ever gone longer than
Because sexually,
regroup, go down,
listen,
come back.
Oh, so you one of those? You go back in
You
there?
ain't got 20 minutes.
Sometimes you gotta hold
Pull
on.
out. Pull out.
You gotta
Pull
let
out,
it
go put your face
reset.
back in it.
Go face
I
it.
can't do that.
I'm not saying go an hour.
And then I'm kissing it.
Look, I'm not saying go a full hour, man. Hey, every dude in here got at least 35 minutes, man.
Shit.
You got at least 35 minutes. 35 minutes is good enough.
35
So that don't mean
For like the whole
Not every
session, you mean? From like start to finish?
Oh, start to
Can't give up
finish.
35.
I'll give it 35, like, you know, hugging, kissing,
Cuddling,
back
all
rub,
that shit.
yeah.
Whatever your foreplay is.
Everything.
Yeah.
All of it goes
Yeah,
together
that's
for
different.
sure.
Okay. I thought you were talking about this.
I'll give you an hour if you're talking about that.
It's almost like watching a Martin episode.
Yeah.
Which
Right?
one?
All you need is 35 minutes.
But I don't, man, I like you said, bro. I mean, I'm like you. You know what I mean? Let me get my one off.
That's it.
And let me go to sleep, bro. I'm ready to just get there.
No, but I did.
You know what I'm saying?
I got scolded today about
Yeah.
going to sleep right after. She wanted to do some more talking now, so I got to figure out how to work.
You
that
gotta
to the
you gotta
rest.
work the emotional side.
That's
Yeah.
the next.
You wanted
Yeah.
sleep and she wanted to talk?
She want to talk some more. She want to talk about recap. She want to recap the experience, and so that's another
Yeah, you
level.
got a deep little relationship, bro.
Yeah,
shit
y'all
deep.
getting deep over there.
Y'all shit
Hey,
deep.
but ain't
You
nothing
know
wrong
many
with it.
people
though.
would-
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's
though.
good. I like
I'm
that.
not there yet, though. I don't want I don't want to.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have to get there.
Yeah.
That's what she wants.
But y'all are
Gotta
off to a
remember,
great start.
That's what's gonna
No, that
stimulate
is,
it.
JB. That's a great start, bro.
But that's an example of two people being into each other. Because when you're not, you're not doing all that. You don't
Yeah.
care.
You don't care to do
You ain't even doing it. First of
I
all,
got a question.
there ain't even no exercise.
Do y'all have bills in y'all each other name together? Y'all got at least one bill with y'all together. Water bill, light
I'm
bill.
carrying away right now.
Huh?
Yeah.
But so all the bills in your name,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So y'all don't have one bill together.
Cell
Yeah,
phone
the
nuts?
kids.
Yeah, right. That's
So
what I
you're
feel like.
being a good leader. It
Y'all
sounds
got a
like
bank
a part
account?
of.
Y'all
Yeah.
got a bank account together?
Right now, circumstantially, it's in my name.
Y'all got a bank account
We gotta
together?
prepare some things.
Right.
Do y'all got a bank account together?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
All right.
But you putting most of the money in, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I keep it funded for the family.
You keep it funded for the family.
Funded
But
for
she's
the
a good
family.
woman, though.
Hey, you,
She
She's a
must
good
be.
woman, isn't she?
Yeah, she got her hustle. She got her little her Etsy. She makes birthday flyers for kids and she sells that. And
Oh, word.
Right.
Oh, so
Sounds
she-
like to me they got a good. You
They
guys
do.
have a
They
good
got a nice
setup.
little. Yeah, they
A
do.
nice ebb and flow going on. You
I'm
know.
gonna say once y'all got that together,
Right.
I mean, it's, no matter how much sex is after that, we together.
Yeah, she
Oh, no, they-
bills together. I'm like,
You married though,
Hey,
right?
once we do
well,
it,
you know, in the
Basically.
eyes of the Lord.
Oh, okay. Like
Okay.
common law. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, bro, they
I
healthy
feel
though.
like,
'cause
I feel like
anybody-
once y'all got bills together,
Yeah.
That is healthy.
We have bills together.
They healthy though, bro. That's healthy, dog.
like, that's,
Yeah.
that's,
That's
that's
healthy.
where you should be.
That's healthy.
You know what I mean? You know, because good sex can be good sex, but it's great when we got bills.
The
and all.
fact that-
I know you ain't going nowhere.
The fact
Yeah.
that we have sex
We got
every
bills
other
together. You
night.
ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, that little argument. Yeah, we gonna ride
we
past
gotta
all
work this
those.
out.
Yeah.
She wants more stuff in her name.
Yeah, she wants us to have more stuff together.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
that's somebody that's
Yeah,
happy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's somebody that. See,
That's what's up.
you know what? Seriously, men. You know what? Yep, I'm gonna tie it back into submission
ahead,
and all
put
that
that
stuff
back in there.
because us women, it don't take much for us to feel safe, and a lot of that is like if a man, he don't even have to have. I'm not speaking for the bougie women. I'm
Correct.
talking about practical women. A man, if he has the basic essential stuff and he's doing what our brothers are talking about on the panel, he's into her, he's working, he's paying bills.
Yeah.
Both of you could be paying bills.
No
And
doubt.
I've always talked about that too. Everybody's talking about the 50-50 thing. It's got to be half and half. It really, to me, in my opinion, it's like the household. It's whatever you decide in your household, whatever's best.
Right.
But I'm old school still. I grew up with the father making the most money. The
Right.
mom was a homemaker and all that kind of stuff. But to me, I wish that, I'm gonna just say it, I wish that like alcohol and drugs didn't come into our households because
For
that
sure.
ruined our household.
That
We
was a
had
lot
like
of
the
people.
perfect setup. The wife is automatically submissive. She was doing the rearing of the children, cooking, sewing,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the drugs came in our house, took our dad, and it just went to shit.
Mm.
But it's like a lot of us are still, even with all that stuff we went through,
I blame Nino.
well, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with somebody like me, it's a lot of women that are still like me, where we still like that old school stuff. It
Yeah.
ain't gone nowhere. We still like the I don't mind working as long as you work too.
Oh,
I don't mind cleaning as long as you clean too.
Right.
It's not
Amen.
the women's job to clean up. I don't believe in that.
Right.
I really don't.
Right.
It's called help.
It's help. You should be
yeah.
like
I think the modern
equally yoked.
You should
relationship
be
is what you
willing to-
explaining.
Yeah, and then that's what a healthy relationship is, and also communication. And deal with your anger issues. Don't bring anger issues into it, because that's another problem. And then work on yourself individually, so when you come together, you're whole instead of that little crap that we got brought up on. 2 halves make a whole. I don't agree with that,
I don't
because
agree
you
with that
shouldn't be
either.
trying to make each other happy and relying on each other mentally and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's too much pressure for the man or the woman.
Yeah.
So it's like, get yourself together mentally, physically, and all that. Come together,
For sure.
and then make each other happy. You know,
That's right. That's right.
healthy, mature. I would love to see more relationships like that. I love this conversation because we got examples of healthy
Yeah.
relationships. They still exist.
No, for sure.
You know?
Because
It's
I
still a challenge, though. It's
I
still
tell
hard.
people
Yeah.
all the time,
Because it
man.
ain't all peachy. I mean, like,
of
yeah,
course.
there's a lot that I gotta work on. You
No
know what I
doubt.
mean? Like,
At least you were admitting it instead of saying she's the problem,
That's
or
right.
you know what I mean.
That's
So
right.
I love that.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's always my
Got my
fault.
hand on your
Because she said, you know, listen, she don't really mean like listening with my ears.
Right.
She wants me to actually sit in that emotion where she is. She wants me to go there with her.
Right.
And like a lot of times,
How do you do that?
Huh? How do you do that?
Yeah.
You gotta like if she's sad about something, she wants me to really be like, God damn, she wants me to feel it.
Like
feel
real
it.
have not just empathy, but
She's like, feel it.
sympathy
She wants
for
me to- yeah,
you know what I'm
sit
saying?
in
Like
there.
I want you to be
And that's hard for me.
Get in
because,
my
like,
body.
I've figured out how to not go there. You know what I
Correct.
mean?
Right.
I know how to
Correct.
sit on top of it. I don't gotta float in that, but
Yeah.
now with her, and I'm learning that even through therapy, she
Yep.
wants me to go there. So now
Right.
that's a sacrifice that I have to make. I gotta be able to go there
So
with
y'all
her to meet
twins?
her.
Damn.
And then when I do go there with her, what you say?
Stupid.
I'm sorry, dog. Because you getting deep and it's really real.
Jay Bird, he was. I'm
Y'all
still
twins,
listening. I'm
which hey, but look, and when he said it, I get it. Because men,
I'm trying to figure out how you gonna.
no, bro, he talking about something that women really like. Women want you to tap into that emotional side so bad.
That's why she's into you.
But
because
men,
you care.
we
at
don't
all,
know,
How do
You know.
we feel that?
Bro, we can't.
How does that feel?
I think the woman,
How
you
am I
wait gotta
feeling
teach you how to feel
said
it.
I'm supposed to be sad. What if I just had a good day? What if I
But the woman gotta
what if I
teach
had
you.
just
That's why it's
smoked?
hard for me to go there. I'm not feeling.
Bro, you can't.
I might have just smoked some bomb.
Man,
You want me
look,
to be sad with you?
I can't do it.
Like I can't even be mad.
I can't do it.
How do you be sad with her?
But you could be
I
like,
thought you wanted me to.
damn, man.
Right, just showing
You know what I'm
something.
saying? Like,
Not go. I
you
wouldn't
gotta-
want
you
you to
gotta
be
act like
sad.
it.
Yeah, I don't
But I
want
would want you to acknowledge that something's wrong.
I
You
have
know,
some vocabulary
that kind of
for it,
thing.
and I'm starting to develop it. So
Yeah.
one of the things, the vocabulary part of it is, and that must have made you feel so sad. That must
Damn,
have
so you gotta do the
Oh.
speak back?
How does she feel when you do that?
Oh,
She like that?
That's the stars,
Yeah,
man.
okay.
She responds. And she
Yeah.
yeah, because that's what she wants. I
Right.
can tell. Like I know I hit it when she says, "Yeah, that's how I feel." You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So it's like she's sad. I'm like, man, that must have been so scary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I
Shit.
can go there and put the words to it, I don't necessarily have to go all, but I didn't.
Right.
I'm learning that. That's
Right.
This is
At least you care.
Wow.
That's,
Hey, that's
crazy,
kinda deep,
'cause
bro.
you sound like an alien in these times.
When they tell me stuff like that, they tell me stuff
Seriously.
like that, right?
You be
It's
like, damn.
Like if, you know, my significant other would tell me something like that. I mean, I got 3 words. I just be like, they tell me something.
Don't
like,
do it.
You know, like, oh, you know, I was sad.
I
and
was-
everything. I be like,
For real.
is that right?
Is that right?
Is you like me when they say
Damn.
yeah? I'm
Okay,
like,
that's good.
Right.
That worked though. That worked.
Yeah, that's good.
So then when she finished, I be like, is that right? You know,
Well, it's the same thing. Like
it's saying,
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna say something worse. Like,
Like, damn, for real?
See, 'cause right at the end, she'll tell me the rest, and I'll be like, is that right?
She like, get your ass out of here, Jay Bird. You be full of shit. You don't never be listening. You full of shit. Cause that's what mom be telling me. Cause I show be like this, like, damn, that's crazy as hell.
oh, that's bad. That's bad.
And she'll keep talking, but looking through me. And sometimes I put the phone down and be like, all right, let me give her some attention.
That's all
for
she
real.
wants, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Sometimes
then I'll be
that's
like,
it.
damn, you know what I mean? Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But you gotta learn that though. You gotta learn that about your person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
Like,
care.
Cause men, we don't know about the emotional side. Like we tap into it from what y'all teach us, ladies. Like other than
Right.
that, we know how to. We try to provide, protect, and you know what I mean.
That's
Give you
all
some
we
of that
know.
bomb. Yeah, that's
Until-
it. That's
unless
what we.
y'all
That's
teach
what we
us.
grow up. That's
Yeah.
like our priority. But other than that, bro, y'all talking. My wife like, bro, you need to start talking more. If my wife cheat on me, it's a nigga out there really talking to her, bro. Like really listening and like giving her good input.
You did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real,
You
'cause
did.
I'm not doing that part for sure. In my marriage, that's my 20.
So that's what you got to
And my 80 cool, but my 20, bro, I don't like talking like that.
Yeah, I feel
like
you.
deep like that.
No talking like that.
Why
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Why not?
No,
lot of
hey,
energy
you
to
want
me.
to watch
It
this?
take a lot of energy.
I don't
to
know.
talk.
I feel like
I
women.
got something for you, Jim.
Hey, look, hold on.
You know the
Women
thing
be
that I
so
don't like-
smart
no,
and
watch
so
this.
cognitive.
Yeah.
And you gotta really listen to them to give them valuable input. Because
Right.
they talk to their homegirls and they giving each other great input. I'm like, damn, great advice.
They don't
I'm
give each
openly
other
ear
great
hustling.
Right.
No, not when it comes to like men, right? But I see what you going with it. But no, I'm talking about just regular everyday problem about work or whatever they dealing with. But for me, I'm like, I would have never gave her that advice, bro, because I'm not listening
So can I ask you a question?
that intently.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy how you ain't listening while you married. But before you was married, you listened.
I don't think I did it.
Yes, you
I
did.
got her, brother.
When you was trying to get
Maybe
the door,
being
huh?
right,
him.
You don't
trying to
even know.
impress.
That's
You
him.
don't even know that you listen, right?
That's him.
Because if you didn't listen,
I know he was listening because he like, I'm trying to give everybody my all.
Trying to get
All
the
relationship.
buns.
Yeah,
is
I
what he's trying to
wasn't,
get.
bro. But hey, look, hey, Bird, let me throw. Hey,
How did you even get to get
let me mess Bird up one time.
They call it pillow talk.
Let me tell you this. That's what got me. So look, my
Pillow
wife,
talking, right?
me and my wife, we wasn't even on that. I wasn't even on relation. I was still dog head in my mind, right? So when I first got with my wife, I was all the way still in them streets, right? This is the truth, babe. And you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but I was really in them streets. And she know that now. We talk about it like
Yeah.
publicly. It's all
You
good.
just said you don't talk to them.
No, I'm saying we talk about this situation. Like I was a dog when I first met her, right? To the point that my mother, my own mama, told her, hey, don't take James serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, still do your thing. You know what I
Your
mean?
mama did you like that?
Did me like that.
Mama.
My own mom.
Heavy G though.
Kept it 100.
She's being
right?
honest.
So, my
Was you hurt when your mama said that?
I didn't know at first, right? This all came out after.
So your mama did this without you.
None. My girl, who's now my wife, called her and was woo woo woo. Can't get my wife my mom like, don't even trip. Like he, you know what I mean? He like that. Like go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So Pete,
Okay.
real moment, right? My wife's so independent before me. She'll be independent after me. You know what I'm saying? Like her, she's solid. So she start talking to another dude, right? She got her room door closed and I'm over there, right? I'm in the living room eating her food, you know what I mean? Woo-doo, watching TV. She on the phone with a dude, bro. I miss
Why you there?
Nigga, told nigga, I miss you too. Right? I miss you too. I pressed out some cheeks.
How was
the
your
night
heart?
before? My heart started beating a little faster.
Yeah.
My blood got a little hot. You know what I'm saying? Because I told her I didn't want to be in a relationship. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't
you
want to be in a
just said it.
relationship, but I was still over there trying to smash.
Trying to get the
woo-doo-woo.
bun.
But I really was smashing this other chick as well, and this other, you know what I mean? So I was out there. So I heard her say, on the phone with the woo, giggling, I miss you too, right? My blood got to boiling. I'm like, oh shit. Who you talking with the woo? Like, why? You don't want to be in a relationship, man? Whoa,
Right.
Whoa. Before we left that house that day, we had an understanding.
That was together.
All this side shit we was doing, we gonna have to stop this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? We gonna really get this shit a chance for real. Like, I humble my spirit and I let them go. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But that I miss you
That's
shit.
saying a lot.
Oh no, my pride was her ego was all involved.
Hell yeah.
Maybe that's what you needed to
It
hear.
took me to know that she had interest from other people. Like serious interest from other people.
Beautiful.
Right? Because I really did like her, right? But I wasn't ready to be in a real relationship, bro. I really liked her. You know what I'm saying? And she, again, remember, she was providing all those things to me that a real girlfriend in a committed relationship will provide. She was
Which
cooking
we
for
always
me.
do.
Yeah.
We
she was
love
cooking for me,
going
bro.
all
She was
in
giving me
before
that.
it's
You know what I'm saying?
time.
Like, and she was like, she was providing, you know what I'm saying? Like, provide all the things that I wanted in a woman. She was that. But I was still out there bullshitting. You feel what I'm saying? So when the time came and I felt like that shit could have disappeared, I was like, fuck it, let me get for real, let me get serious.
I
You know what I'm
commend
saying?
you though.
Bruh,
I
tell
commend
you.
you. You wanna know why?
She probably wasn't even on the phone with nobody. She still ain't told me. You know
Probably
what I'm saying?
played you.
Probably played me that
You wanna know why?
day. You know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you why, man. Cause I know I'm normally wrong. But even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Come on now, talk to me,
I'll
man.
tell you something.
Yeah.
I commend you, man, because it take a real dude to even understand that right there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm just being honest.
No
A
doubt.
lot of cats don't even understand.
Seriously.
As soon as they heard her talking to another dude or whatever, I'm out. My
They
ego
would've
in the way.
left.
I'm about to say that's why.
They had left.
Or it turns into what JB said earlier. It might turn aggressive
Yeah.
or possessive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't want all that. I
That's
wanted
true.
to just be like,
True.
damn, because I know what I'm down here doing. You know what I mean? So I was mature enough to know at that time, and I was a little older. You know what I'm saying? I was like upper 20s, going in 30. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Understood.
because now we've been married for 11 years, coming up. So I was still in my 20s, right? But I knew even then I was like, damn, bro, like I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? So then after that happened, I heard the real deal from my mom telling her what she told her and all that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, mom's played me almost. You know what I mean? But not really played me, protected her. You know what I'm saying? Protected the woman.
Your mama protected.
Protected the woman, bro.
That makes sense.
Who is now my wife. You know what I'm saying? So mom was like, you know.
If you ever did that to me,
I ain't gonna lie to you, mama. If you ever did that to me,
man,
But what if it led to
you might
something
not be
great?
my mama no more.
What if it led to something great though?
it did.
You feel me?
Barely.
What if it led?
That's a good question.
Because if my ego was in play, you right, bro. I probably left to never, you know what I mean?
You know what I
Had
mean?
history. But I
You
think,
did the right thing.
I know I
You
did.
did.
Like I
You
don't
did.
have a inkling in my body to say I didn't. You know what I mean? I know I did the right thing for sure.
And you
know what I
can't
mean?
say that you didn't live it up before that.
Man,
you got a
please.
lot of
I lived
coochie and everything. You were doing
lived-
everything.
That I lived the life of 10 men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
say
straight
that.
up.
When you go to college, it's a blessing.
It's different.
It's a blessing for
And
you.
we was in the college, I went to college in Utah, Weber State University, and there's no pro football team in Utah. So it's Utah, BYU, Utah State, Weber State, you know what I'm saying? And all the little
That's all they got.
Nigga, we on billboard side of buses, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no pro football team. It's the Utah Jazz, and now they got our hockey team now. From Arizona that went out there, you know what I mean?
Utah Coyotes.
You know what I mean? No, I think they call. I forgot what they call
changed the
now.
name,
Kraken or
Coyotes.
something. I forget what they call. But my point is, you know, you gotta go through. You gonna go through some shit in your relationship, bro. Like when it's real, you gonna work through it, and you gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Why
figure that
both
shit
of you
out.
guys
If you
though?
love it.
What
If
you're
you love
saying when you exactly all three of you. So you gotta when you love a person, you got a connection. And you get mature. It's like at some
Yeah.
point you gotta mature.
You
It's
got
not really
to.
the age thing. It's just your mental.
Yep.
It's like, okay, how long are you gonna be foolish out there before you realize you got a good thing?
Absolutely.
So just go ahead and just lock it down.
I ask them, do they know
You gotta
fight?
get it out your system.
Yeah.
You
You
might
guys
as
who?
well, yeah,
I
do
asked
it,
them.
get it out, and then.
I ask people, do they know fight? That's all I'm gonna let you. I need to know.
Bird needs somebody established. You hear me? You not playing. You not gonna grow with Bird.
Yeah, you
Nah,
know,
You gotta come in winning with this dude.
you know what fight
Lord
is?
forget my.
You gotta bring something to the table.
If you don't know what fight is, it's not gonna work.
Hey, let me ask y'all this before we get up out of here.
Okay.
Women, I want y'all to chime in. Is it easier, and I believe it's easier for a guy to find a good woman. There's so many good women out there. I feel like it's easier for a guy to find a good woman than it is for a woman to find a good man.
I feel bad for
Do
you.
y'all feel like that? Like, in the
question.
market,
Yeah.
do y'all think like it's a lot of good, like, if shit don't work out with this dude, can I go find another dude that's good? You know what I mean? That'd be good to me.
You got all kind of dudes.
I
For-
feel
'cause
like
for
it's
women,
both.
I mean, you
I
know.
feel like it's good men and women out there. I think that everybody just needs to lay their swords down and stop all the, you know, there's so much fighting online, unnecessary. It's like somebody put an agent out there and
Yeah.
start causing all of us to, you know, go at it for
Yeah,
no
the
reason.
division, like,
But there are a lot of good women, and I think that it's real easy
There's
to
good
find
people.
good women. There's good people.
I
yeah.
feel you. No, I feel you. But I'm saying, like, who do you think has a better opportunity once they exit a relationship? Is it gonna be easier for the guy to find
It's always
his
easier
queen?
for the woman.
You think it's easier for the woman
Always
to
easier
find?
for the woman.
Yeah.
feel
I mean,
easier
the
for the
only
guy?
reason I would say it's more easier for the guys because it's a lot more women than it is men. That's the only reason that
That's a
I
good
would say
point.
that it's a lot more.
Why you say
That's why I
that?
say
Why you
that.
say that?
It's easier
Man,
for a woman to find another man.
Another man.
It's easier for a man to find a good woman.
Got you.
Man.
That's true. I agree with that.
Jay Bird
I
don't
agree with
agree.
that.
He don't.
Women get hit on by
He
all
don't
species.
agree.
he got a
All day, every day.
He gonna get opposition.
Yeah.
Women get hit on by all
Women
species.
on women.
like him
Yeah,
up.
with kids,
Man, you got-
men on women,
the
women
one-
hitting on
one
women.
thing I can say about women is, like, they don't even, like, it's at this moment, if a Hispanic dude think y'all cute, or Cajun dude, he's gonna say something.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he's attracted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Women even got man babies chasing.
No doubt.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like, they got a lot of ways
Man
to
babies
find
is,
somebody.
Yes, they have a
the
lot of
book.
ways.
They got a
but
lot of
it's
ways
Still
to
a lot
find
more
somebody.
women than
Right.
it is
Right.
men, though. I
You
don't
know-
care. It's a lot of men that's going men too. So
I can see-
that's what I say.
I can
Oh,
see.
yeah.
I can see women at a gas station, and they can be just walk in the door. Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna hit on them.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I walk in the gas station, nobody hit on me.
But that's
True.
not. But it's not a good man. Like that's.
don't make
Yeah, because we
women
were
get hit
talking
on
about
since they
good
was,
women.
women get hit on since they was
That's
11,
true.
12,
That
right?
is
JB,
true.
like,
Yeah.
that's
True.
It
You
don't
know what
make
I'm
no
saying?
difference. I'm just saying that a woman can get out of her car and somebody might say, "Let me pump that gas for you."
yeah,
That's
man.
true. She
He's
ain't-
right. He's
She
right.
ready to open the door.
But JB, is he a good man? Because
That don't
he probably
mean he a
look,
good
you know what I'm
man,
saying?
but,
Like,
you know,
that-
he might have had nothing
That is
going
not-
for him.
That
Right.
is not what we're talking about.
Statistically, bro, no, it is. I'm saying
That's a hard
statistically.
question, though. I don't
You
It's,
know.
said-
it's more women successful
said
now. I
who
think that's
is-
where the divisiveness come from for the men and women. There's a lot of women nowadays taking, making more money than the man.
So
Yeah.
Doing, you know what I'm
Good.
saying? Like,
Thank you.
able to handle things that men handle. I seen a girl, it's 117 degrees.
You know
I seen a
what I'm
woman
saying?
out there changing her tire. I made a
I
U-turn.
would love her.
I made a U-turn.
That
I was like, you need some help? She like, oh, no, I got this. I was like, damn.
Sound like
You
a
know what I'm
blessing.
saying?
Sound like a blessing.
Like, daddy taught her right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man,
ain't
that
gonna
sound
lie.
like a blessing.
That's right up your alley. That's
Man,
what
look,
you need.
all I'm look, hey, and I'm not trying to be. I know I'm always bearing bad news. I ain't trying to be skeptical or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is, man, the women, I just feel like they got it a little more easier than men. Right? I swear I do. Because I ain't saying I'm ugly.
Right.
But man, I damn near got to jump in front of somebody so they can see me. Right?
Hey.
But a woman can have on some Garfield pants.
Right.
You know what I mean? A little jacket on.
But that's just somebody trying to hit.
A scarf. It don't make no
Yeah.
difference.
That's just somebody
But
trying to
somebody
hit, though,
still
dog.
hit on you.
Yeah,
I
but
think
who
it's easier.
cares?
I think it's easier for a
Hey,
woman to
I
get a
can
man to
jump
take
out
care of her than it
I can
is.
jump out the car.
Oh, no
Vice
doubt.
versa.
I think
I
that
can jump out
too.
the car in a 5-piece suit right now. And ain't
Right.
nobody gonna say nothing to me.
That ain't true.
Man,
they worried
that's
about
true,
a pocket suit
man.
on.
There's always gonna be one dude to
Somebody
say,
gonna call you
"Hey, bro,
handsome."
you clean, bro."
But not
You
this
know, be a
women
nigga
now.
that's gonna say you clean. Damn, that's
Woman ain't
cold.
gonna say nothing.
Oh, that's cold.
They gonna tell me something.
Dave Lowry.
I think it's easier for a man though, is because I honestly feel like if a man can humble himself,
Yep.
which I think, and I know this might come off a little sexy, but I think men have that a little easier than women, the ability to humble. Just from my experience
Okay.
with, in relationship where
Yeah.
it's like somebody's got to win this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually have to. She's not letting go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Right,
okay. You're
right.
talking about in that sense.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
she's
see what
not
you mean.
letting go.
Right.
But still, that still comes, that falls under the umbrella of being able to humble
No
yourself,
doubt.
right? So that's where I get my assessment from. But if a man can humble himself in front of a woman, even a woman who's doing some wild stuff,
Right.
or a woman who might not be good or might be this and that, if you can humble yourself and actually see and listen and tap into what she as a woman wants,
Right.
you can get her every time. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
true.
It's
That's true,
easier. Like
Right.
women be all over the place, but you just got to be able to
Yeah.
tap in.
You gotta be
Absolutely.
able to
But
give her what
it-
she want, how she want it. That's for sure.
But as somebody in a relationship, somebody has to give first. That's the only way it's
Oh,
gonna
no
work.
doubt.
Yeah.
You know
No
what I mean?
doubt.
And I just feel like me personally, I'm in my relationship.
Right.
I can let it go before she can.
I think yep.
And I think men naturally might have that. So that's
Yeah.
why I say
Yeah.
men are a little easier, because when it comes down to it and I need to find me a nice woman, fuck it, I'm about to just do what I got
Absolutely.
to do. And
Right.
I think
Right.
we got that a little
Right.
easier. That's my take.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a good one.
Right.
Somebody,
It's
what
a
do you
22.
guys say?
I catch 22.
I mean,
You know.
true. One of you, I don't know who said it, but I'm gonna paraphrase it anyway. And I was saying that it's important to work on your self-esteem, because, like, on the topic of men approaching women and all that, the man, we gotta change all this. The man come along, and it's a woman. She's minding her business. She's doing good. She's popular. There's a lot of men out there that are undercover kind of abusive, and they want the best energy woman. They're going after the one that, oh, she's so sweet. Oh my God, so sweet, so nice. And then you get her, and because you haven't worked on yourself, you got that undercover anger and stuff. So then you start chipping away at her self-esteem. Now you're instead of you raising yourself up to meet her where she
Bringing her
is,
down.
you're chipping her down to bring her down to where you are. Now, what could have been a beautiful relationship is just filled with her central nervous system is bothered and she can't, you know what I mean? All that. And it's like two people need to work on themselves, work on your anger issues, what happened when you were growing up, whatever the case is. So when you come together, you don't do that to each other.
Right.
It's like that little covert, narcissistic, abusive stuff that goes on little by little over the years. Little insults here and there and stuff. Next thing you know, Miss had the beautiful light that you couldn't wait to get a hold of. Now you done broke her down.
Damn.
Yeah, but I think I guess the crux of that is two narcissist people can't come together. But
Or they'll implode. No, that's
two
kidding.
broken people can come together.
Yeah.
If somebody, at least one person is able to humble themselves,
Right.
that's all it takes. Like you can, if somebody, we can both be fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trauma here and there. But if me or her are able to at least humble ourselves and realize like, all right,
we're not competing.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel
then
that.
it can work. But if you have two narcissists, that's never gonna work.
At all. Or if you're, I agree with that. And
That's
if you're
right.
both jealous,
Yeah.
I mean, if there's jealousy, because I've noticed that too. I've been in relationships where the man, I'm not saying it's only the man. I'm just going from my perspective.
Just your experience, right?
Very jealous of your fame, the attention you get and stuff like that. That needs to be dealt with instead of them boosting you up and encouraging. They're breaking you down.
Right.
And like you said, yeah, it could be two broken people come together. I think that's dope. And as long as you come together and help each other heal, that can be done. But don't come together with the covert mission of, now I got you. Now I want to take that light.
But if a man is jealous, he just with the wrong woman. That's what. It is.
There's a lot of mixed match couples out there. I was going to talk about that earlier. A lot of them, and that's what Jay Bird was. He was talking about the coming together. What did you say? Coming together. Oh, the woman and she's real pretty and she hoochie mama whatever. You get her and now you want her to change and all that kind of stuff. Right.
They
It's
don't
like
change.
mix match
Right.
and stuff. You know, let her stay the way she is instead of like, okay,
That's
now
how
I
you
got
found
you.
her?
Got to change.
If you
She gotta
find
change
your-
herself.
If
You
you
can't
find
change
your
her.
woman sexy, why would you want to change that?
Don't even try
You
it,
said
or else
what?
it's gonna.
If
If
you
you
found
find
your
her
woman
sexy,
sexy,
leave her
I
like
would
that.
Leave her that way.
Right.
I mean,
If I found
because
you that way, I literally
you know
want
why
you to
men
stay
do
there.
that.
Yeah.
I don't
She can
want.
still be sexy.
Now they don't want you to see. They don't want.
It's
they
just
don't want to
it's
show
all
you
about the
every
next
day.
man.
Yeah, I don't want.
It's
I
all
don't
about
want you
the
to see
next
all that
man,
now.
bro.
I take
You
you
know
out
what I
the
mean?
pole so I can have you. I don't want anybody else to keep seeing that.
We still need our money.
There you go again, though. Aggressive.
If you
Possessive.
It turns out.
so
You know what I'm saying?
so you not taking her off the pole. You just taking her home.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is a
I
little.
found you this
but
way.
There is a little danger though. If your woman is
I
still
found you this way.
provocative and you with her,
Right.
that's gonna bring a lot of attention.
No, it's not.
Yes, it will.
It will.
It will bring a lot of attention. And then
Say it again.
if your
If
woman
you're-
is dressing provocatively,
When
sorry,
you
y'all
met her,
want
it
this
got a
fly.
lot of men's attention. Somebody's gonna try you.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get
And
it.
now you in that
There you
position.
go, man.
I'm finna get that. He finna die.
and she
He finna
was
die. I need that fade.
They on the
On
fly
seat.
mission.
no.
Senorita.
But don't try to change her, like they were saying. If you met her sexy and she dressed
If you-
like, leave her that
Me-
way.
if
Don't
you
try to
met-
change her.
Watch this. If you liked her when you met her, what's the change?
You like the way she look.
No, you like you
Yeah.
like the.
So you don't want to look like that no more?
First of
Not
all,
for everybody else.
Not for everybody
I
else.
still like it.
man, come on.
Yeah, they want her
I
out
don't
of
want
the
everybody
skirt
else
of
to
the
see that
dress.
ass no
I'm
more.
gonna say this again.
They gonna have to
How
vision
many
that
people
ass.
you thought seen that ass before you met her?
Got it.
Huh?
Oh, shake it, roll.
You didn't get it. You didn't get it.
I didn't.
I seen that mug.
I did. I thought it did, y'all. I'm trying to wait to see my belt. But I want me to style him out, but I gotta get cut.
Before we
I gotta
go,
get cut.
before we go, I never understood how when you meet somebody, you want to change them, right? Like,
Because we all selfish and we all want what we think we want in our
I
heads.
just,
bro.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
just
don't
selfish
understand how you met your woman somewhere and then you basically want her to be a church lady
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
and then when she
It
don't
don't
change,
work
now
that way.
all
Right.
women
Right.
suck, relationships suck, marriage suck. No,
Right.
it does
It
not.
don't work
really
that
You
don't.
you should have either got a if you can't beat them, join them type of thing, or you should have just left her alone.
Left them alone.
But
let the next man
everybody's
come
like, I
through
gotta
with it.
have
Yeah.
that good
A
one
real-
right there that everybody
Right.
wants,
A
but
real,
no, you don't.
A real woman gonna
You don't want
change
that.
on her own.
Right.
A real woman gonna change on her own. She gonna know that, hey, I got me a dude now. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Right? But if she don't, I mean, you still met her that way,
Gotta be okay with it.
right?
Yeah.
You gotta be okay with
No,
it.
no,
Especially if you
Our
know
ladies.
you're insecure
Like
and
you
you
said.
jealous, real bad jealous.
Yeah.
Don't even go toward it.
Yeah.
Deal with it or
That's right.
leave.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because you can't.
But again, it goes back to what you said, JB, about working on self.
It does.
I done seen
And that's
people,
hard to do.
I done seen people think
If you
just
ain't
'cause
working
I
on
gave her
yourself,
a
I don't
baby-
think you should get in a relationship.
You really shouldn't.
Yeah, but how do you work on yourself? Is it therapy? Like, how do you?
Yes.
You got, somebody got to call out your flaws.
It's some of what
Somebody
y'all
gotta
were
call
talking
it out
about.
first
Everything
for you
y'all
to
talking
understand
about.
it.
Yep,
I ain't
absolutely.
going no
You
good.
feel me?
I'll read.
Somebody got to call you out first for you to understand it. But
Absolutely.
I think that if you shouldn't get in a relationship if you're not working on yourself.
I agree.
I'm not going
Because you're
no
going to
good.
stress
But
that
you got
person out so
self-awareness,
bad, man
And you're
or
going to be
woman.
stressed out.
Absolutely.
JB.
You got the,
Self-awareness, and then somebody got to call it out because you got you working on your like things you know.
Somebody
you
got
messed
to
up
call
with.
it out, and then you got to
But
have
then when somebody
self-awareness.
calls it
Exactly.
out, what provides assistance on that? Therapy? Is that
Yes,
our only out?
No,
that's
it ain't
a
the
part of
only
it.
out.
It's not the only out.
I'm not going
But
there.
all of y'all have said something about it. What did you all do? This is kind of rhetorical because I already know the answer. Because all of y'all were saying, I started paying attention to my wife. You were doing it
Yeah.
on your own. Nobody
Yeah.
had to tell you. You
That's right.
decided.
Well, somebody
Somebody
said it. Somebody said it for you to understand, and then you have the choice to act on it. or
Right,
not.
right.
You know, some people don't act on it. You can
Right.
They don't.
tell you until you blue on your face.
That's right.
But you gotta want to do that for yourself.
No, you do.
You can't you just gotta realize that you have issues too. You know what I'm saying? And,
Correct.
Yeah.
you
Say it
just gotta-
again. Say that
Yeah, you
loud.
gotta realize that you have issues too, and then you gotta be able to humble yourself. Like there's something here for me to learn. You know,
Yeah.
even if it's uncomfortable, even if
Yeah.
I have to take the high road.
Well, it's
in
gonna
the
be
situation,
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
it's
it
gonna be
is.
uncomfortable.
It's gonna be
You gotta okay
uncomfortable.
with that. And if you can do that, then that's working on yourself.
Yeah.
It starts with just being able to be able to hear that
Right.
something's off about you. You gotta let people be able to talk shit about
Correct.
you.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
And not be
Whoa.
offensive and not
That's
be
tough.
yeah, you know what I mean? You gotta be able to take
It's
that.
the,
Yeah.
it's the criticism, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
That's
take
criticism.
criticism, which is
That's-
hard
it's
to
hard
take
to do.
sometimes.
That's hard.
Yeah.
And especially depending on who it's coming from. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I almost feel like you
and
gotta
depends on how they
respect.
say it.
You gotta respect the
you know.
motherfucker it's coming from.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
That's true.
You really do.
That's true.
I love to hate.
Hey
I
there.
love it. I love when they hate on me.
Right.
I do.
No, you do though. I heard you say that several occasions.
Because
I
because
don't. I don't
man, if
like
you
it.
ain't getting hated on, you ain't popping.
Nah, man, I
You
feel
ain't
it.
popping,
I
man.
feel
You,
it.
Hey,
you doing something
I
right.
think they just saying that. You can still
But it's the
pop and
truth.
not
It's
get
the truth.
hated on.
No,
ain't no,
it's
ain't
true
no, ain't
to
no
that.
way. There's
I
no
think
way.
so.
Because the average person kind of be hating a little bit when you see a little
Come on,
success,
man.
whether it be whatever it is, success in your relationship.
Come on, man.
Somebody gonna come through, oh man, you know your girl, nigga. Some of
you
you
over here now?
used to hit that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like it could
Of
be
course
anything.
somebody used to hit your
gonna
girl
hate,
back
bro.
in the day.
Yeah, but my point is, somebody's gonna always hate. If you got a lot of money, oh man, he a sucker, man. He doing this and that and that for the money, right? Somebody
glad-
gonna always say something, whether
I'm glad they
true,
hate.
They ain't saying
Right.
it to you.
huh?
They ain't saying it to you.
No, they ain't
never
saying it to
said
you.
it.
Think
Never.
about it. I
No,
don't
I
care
don't
how
never have-
many people
yeah.
is hating on you. Didn't hear it.
Right, that's true.
So how are you
Yeah.
feeling off this
Yeah.
shit that's hate and you ain't
I
hearing
mean, I
it?
can take hate, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It don't.
I appreciate it.
I
I
think
don't
my
care.
skin.
I
I'm
can't.
like Bird when
I
it
don't
comes
give
to
a damn
hate.
if they hate me or if they love me. I'm gonna keep doing the same thing
100.
tomorrow.
Right. And they
Uh-huh.
never hate you. It's really themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, it's not you.
I haven't
True.
had that many haters,
They
bro.
want
I'm
what you
pretty-
got,
I'm
but
trying to figure out what.
They didn't tell you that, so
I'm trying to
They
figure
won't
out
tell
why
you
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 got
got
the
the
hate like
That
that.
they gonna try to make it look like it's you.
Yeah,
You got a
exactly.
problem.
Hey,
They gonna
don't you-
project on you.
Hey, don't you
Yeah.
like when you change your life and you know you changed your life, right?
Yeah.
You doing something totally different, out the way, ain't bothering nobody, and guess what somebody do?
they gonna come mess with you.
They gonna come at you.
Yeah.
Right? You don't like it, right? But they
It happens.
They
They
gotta
do
do
it.
something.
Oh yeah.
Because watch this. They used to think they was better than
said
you.
what?
Right.
Now they see you better than
Yeah,
you.
you elevate.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
You elevate.
Now they
Stand
trying to
it.
do anything to break your mental now, so you can come back with them.
Absolutely.
So it's,
So
it's,
that's
it's,
all
the,
they
it's the
doing.
insecurity.
That happens
That's-
in
that's all they
relationships.
doing.
That's what I was talking
Yeah,
about
that's
earlier.
what JB was
That's
saying.
why you supposed to take what they say about man.
Right.
You wake up in the morning, eat them Wheaties,
Yeah.
start all over again.
And keep it cracking.
Start all over again.
Keep it cracking.
Right? Because if you hated on me yesterday,
Oh man,
Hey.
man.
You really gonna hate me
Come
today?
on.
huh?
Go crazy
Oh,
on
no.
me.
that's when you drop them little pictures on Facebook.
Right,
Like
right.
your life is great.
Right. That part.
Huh?
Little memes,
That
Right.
part.
sending
That
little
part.
shots at you.
Little video eating fruit with your children. Like,
Because you know somebody miserable.
you're right though. It is.
Worried about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Just being honest,
that's
man.
always
Little
on,
buster
right?
ass nigga.
Right, J-Mo? Hey,
Little hater ass.
They ain't gonna
nigga.
say it,
Hater
though.
ass
right?
nigga.
Please hate on me.
They're not gonna say it
Please.
to you, but they'll tell other people.
Yeah, they ain't gonna say it to you. They ain't gonna
Even
say it
if
to
they
you. It don't
said,
matter.
even if they said it to you, you know what I mean? Like even if somebody had the balls enough to say it right to your face, bro.
Trump will.
But I'm saying
Trump will
like,
tell you he hates you.
but listen up.
Trump don't like
Listen,
nobody.
if your arch enemy, right, have the balls to say it to your face, right?
I would appreciate it.
Appreciate it, but you also gotta appreciate the fade that come with that. You know what I'm saying?
Can I
You got
ask
a
you
fade.
Because a lot of people talk online, you know what I
Can I ask you a
mean?
question?
Yeah.
Let me just be 100.
Yeah, 100.
Because when I was growing up, man, my dad used to tell me stuff, you know, I had a strict dad.
Right.
So, you know, he wasn't my favorite.
Right. Right.
But now that I'm a little older, I remember things he would tell me like, you know, yeah, they said that to you.
Mm-hmm.
What's words?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
What's
The
words?
old
man?
sticks and stones method.
Come on, man.
That shit don't work. I'm sorry.
Sticks and stones, man. Press my
Sticks and stones, that
bones.
don't work.
No, I do though. You gotta be a
Nah,
weirdo.
man,
You
words
gotta be
hurt.
solid.
When you get a
Words
certain,
hurt.
When you get a certain,
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
be
they
solid.
do.
You gotta
Do
be
they?
solid up
Do
here.
Do they though?
But I don't care how solid you is. It's something that somebody said that and touched
So
you a little
somebody
bit.
say somebody didn't know you was right? You was humble.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody come up and you hear them at the one of these stores over here, man. I ain't been in humble shop. This shit weak, bro. Like, you would feel like catching a fade with that person because he thought your shop was weak.
Why though?
I ain't said nothing
Hell
about catching
no.
no fade with him. I don't
No,
want to catch
my
no
point
fade
is,
with him.
but would that word hurt? You said words hurt, and this your baby.
I'm probably gonna come back to the shop and talk about it. I'm gonna say something. I ain't gonna let it bother me, but I'm gonna be like, Bird, you know what this nigga said?
Right. You gonna get it off you.
I'm gonna get it off you.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's reasonable though. But
Yeah.
I'm saying you
I
not
ain't gonna
gonna
act on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You not gonna try to squad buddy because he don't like your shop.
I would
Nah.
have to confront that person though.
Would you?
But I'm not a confrontational person.
Me
So
either.
then I would
I'm
confront
not
him like this.
confrontational.
I
But you know where to
would
keep
not.
you now.
I would
Right.
have to, because I can't I would have to say something, but I don't want to fight, so I'm like, well, what can I do to be better?
You would say that to your arch enemy?
I mean, well, that's not a bad way to come at it, though.
I'm not
So therefore words hold weight
Watch
with you
this,
then.
though.
Or
You
words
just-
hold weight.
They hold
He just-
weight.
you know
They
what
do
I'm saying?
hold
just
weight.
beat you.
He just beat you.
First of all, hold on. Let your wife
Yeah.
tell you
just
hypothetically, JMac,
Because
you know, whatever. You know what I'm
Hold on,
saying?
hold on.
You know, let her say something that's, you know.
If you
Have your wife said something to touch
He
your
didn't say it
nerves?
to you.
Hold on.
But I'm saying, if I overheard, because I've done before, I overheard somebody say something about me,
Right.
I can't just walk away and act like I didn't hear it. But I'm not going to just go mumble in the corner to myself if the person's right there. But I don't want to fight, so that leaves a few options here. So I'm going to address the issue. Like, let's talk about it. What's going on? Is something you want to say? Or in that situation, if you say the store is whack, well, how can I make it better? And now, if they want to escalate it from there,
Who
then
cares
I'm ready
what
to go.
they
But
think?
I'm going to leave with that.
That's
I
my
have to
point.
say something.
Who cares what
That's
they
my
think?
point.
That's
Well,
a
obviously,
tricky
if I
one,
would have
though.
said something, I care.
I mean,
No,
I
you
mean,
care.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like the word
because,
held weight
no.
with you. So whatever that person said, this is your store, and they start talking about your store,
I'm like
it held
Master
weight
P.
with you, right? So
Yeah.
now you want to get that weight off you,
Exactly.
right?
I'm
So now you got to be like, hey, bro,
I gotta
like,
say something. I'm not
Yeah.
carrying that weight.
I'm like
right,
Master P, man.
right.
I can't change my DNA. Like
Right.
my
I'm
brother,
not
all the time, she
changing
says
nothing,
stuff with me,
man.
I gotta say it.
Right.
I can't. I'm not.
And that's kind of like what you were saying, though,
I'm
eh?
not changing nothing.
I'm sorry. I don't care what y'all talking about. Y'all, a nigga done said something to y'all and y'all felt it. It touched your nerve a little bit.
I'm not gonna wear
I
it.
don't care if it's your wife, your woman that you talking to.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
done said something to you and it touched your nerve.
Jay Bird is going to go get his chess game on.
But you can everybody can internalize shit differently. Me, I'm not internalizing that shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's why I don't got no gray hair. 'Cause I'm letting it off.
I got hella grays, you know what I'm saying?
I'm letting it off.
I be just,
Years.
I can't walk.
To each his own.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
all I'm
Everybody got
saying
their
is-
own method on
Yeah.
how they
Like,
handle
yeah.
it. But we not gonna sit here and
Right.
act like somebody ain't
Shoot
said
my
something
chest.
Your chest
and the
move
words
on.
ain't touched you a little
Right.
bit.
I'm gonna tell
Oh
you.
no, they do. That's why people, yeah, of course they do.
Revenge,
That's
revenge
my
is
point.
definitely sweet.
Yeah, no, revenge is sweet. You
Look,
know
I'm
what I mean?
saying-
Sometimes. Sometimes it is.
I'm gonna say this before we go, because I want to hear this before we go, man.
Yeah,
When because I know you got somebody, right?
right.
But when you got a significant other, man, like I know we was talking earlier about like when you first meet people, the
Right.
first 3 conversations, all right. After you get past the 3 conversations, man, like what is you thinking? Like, am I thinking this is I'm finna be with, or is this we got a little connection at this moment, so
I
am I
think
just
that's-
here for sex, or
Yeah,
am I
that's-
trying to because people keep people around.
That's on your mental.
Even-
That's
even when
mentally.
you know
That's
you-
hard
I'm not
to
finna waste my
determine
time.
anything after 3
That's on the
calls.
stage of life you at.
I'm
bro.
not gonna waste my
Well,
time
after
with
3
somebody
calls,
who
after 3
ain't.
calls, y'all almost on the date.
I'm just saying, depends on
Yeah.
what them 3 calls go like, and after
Cause now
that
it's
3
the next
calls,
step for sure.
you-
Like
you
what we
almost-
doing?
I know if I need to waste my
Hey,
time or
after
not.
3
Yeah.
phone calls, you're almost to a date.
No
I'm
doubt.
pretty sure you talked about a date in 3 calls.
No
I-
question.
yeah.
No
Yeah.
question.
All right? Where are we at now?
Absolutely.
What do we do next?
After 3 phone
We
calls,
go on a date.
All right. So now you go on your date. All right. So now you got your first. You listen again.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta listen again. Because if you
Well, you
don't,
gotta see what her
Well, it depends
mannerisms
on
is
what
like
but it also
head to head.
it
You gotta see
depends
what her mannerisms is
on
like. How
what
she
those
moving.
conversations was too, right? Like, is y'all just like sex talking, like being nasty? Is y'all mannish, or are y'all like really getting to know each other?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like,
Yeah,
what are
that's a
those
good
three
point.
conversations about?
Do
Because
you
that's gonna
talk- do you
determine
talk
what we
real
on.
nasty?
Probably a little bit of all of that.
if I talk to somebody real nasty,
Well, not real nasty, but y'all
conversation,
you could be flirting like,
We ain't
damn,
never
girl,
gonna
you
be
was
serious.
cute. Where'd you get them shorts? Or, you
Yeah,
know what
like
I'm saying,
that
with the
right
wool,
there tell you right away that
Correct.
it's just silliness.
Like, oh, what you talking
Yeah.
about?
It's
You know
just
what I
gonna
mean?
be fooling around,
Or
possibly.
you get off that first call and she send you a picture of her booty, or,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's like,
That
oh,
kind of
okay,
stuff.
we on this,
Yeah.
I
right?
want to know how many people saw
Give me that
that.
money. This.
Huh?
If she sent that to you off the first call, how many people seen this booty?
Oh, who cares? At that point, you don't give a damn. You just trying to
You
smack.
don't even care what the
You a number
conversation
at
is.
that
No.
point.
What?
You
You
already
number
getting
43.
pictures.
Like, man, what's up, baby? Who is this? 43? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? You
Put
might as well, you don't even
once,
say your
once
name
a
no
woman
more.
do something like that, you put yourself in your box.
Correct.
Right. man, come on.
Correct.
I don't want
Correct.
to. I don't want to see that early.
But my point is,
But that
if
helps.
those three conversations was
That
like,
tells you what you're gonna get, what it's gonna
100%.
be about.
No
Nothing.
doubt.
Man.
Sex.
But if those three conversations was really meaningful, and you like, damn, she sound interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I want to get to really know her more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then we got to go to the cheesecake. You know what I mean?
the
We got to talk
cheesecake.
about
Cheesecake
this.
is the determining
That's what she
factor.
get first?
Well, back in the day, I used to go to Chili's. You know
Yeah, I'm
what
about to say
Let's go to
Applebee's,
Chili's.
Chili's, Olive Garden. We doing
I
that
used to go to
first.
Chili's. You know what I'm saying? But now,
And then we gonna work our way up to the cheesecake.
no, I'm gonna start you off.
Then the
baby,
steak
at
44s
cheesecake.
and all that. You gonna start them off
I'm
there?
gonna start you off with
Damn, you a
cheesecake.
good dude.
I'm gonna start you off with cheesecake. I'm gonna
You a
spend a
good
little, you know
dude,
what I mean? We
Finesse.
might go steak. We might go Mastro's first date.
Hey, I'm going
You know
up
what I
to
mean?
like McDonald's or something like that. a
No,
little
you're
early.
not.
I want to see if she really like me.
No, you're not.
Bet.
That's a
Nah.
good point.
I want to see if she really likes me.
That's a good point.
Damn.
That's how you know. And then
Will she
I'm gonna see if she
stick
gonna pay.
I hope she leaves after that.
Push it.
Man, see, I ain't doing all
I'm
that,
gonna pay for
bro.
the rest of the stuff, but then you gotta see how much she like you.
I want to pay for the first date.
Hey, you at least gotta ask. You
I'm
gotta see
paying
what
for
her,
the
you gotta
first
see
date.
what what she gonna
I
say.
see everything she would do. She did it. I'm like, all right, cool, we good.
First
I
date,
do everything, but she in the beginning did it all.
first date. I'm setting the expectations so high. She knows she ain't gonna pay for this.
I ain't.
Like, you know you're not paying for
Then you
this.
gotta keep it there.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
Hell no.
You can't just keep.
you know
You
what
can't
I'm-
take her
You
to,
can.
to the
You know where I'm
McDonald's
going
after you
first
took her to the
date?
cake factory.
Where?
I go bowling.
Oh, that's fire.
That's a good one.
That's
You
a
gonna
good
get
first
them
date.
pizza?
Yeah. You gonna have all the apps over there.
I'm with you on that.
You feel me? Pretzel bites. Free refills on that dub. You know what I mean? That little Dr. Pepper you
you
drink.
get as much as you want.
Come
All
on.
I'm saying
I'm
is,
with you on that
you
one.
break the ice in so
Nah,
many
no,
ways.
that's great.
I'll pay for
That's
that
great.
day.
You
No,
break
that's
the
great.
ice- You break the ice in so many ways.
And in real life, I'm down for that, like a second date.
It's just on your
That's the
shirt.
second one.
That's a cool
So it's
second date. I'm gonna go
cheesecake
bowling.
and then bowling.
No, it's Mastro's. First date.
That's crazy.
First date.
Where'd you really take your wife on the first date? Tell us the truth.
We went to putt golf over there off of I-17 and
Ray, Elliot.
nah, hell nah, I-17.
Oh, we talking about
Castles and Coasters.
Castles.
Oh, Castle.
Oh,
Castles and
okay.
Coasters.
Okay. That's
Castles
a
and
good
Coasters.
first
We went to
date.
Castles and Coasters,
That
bro. We
was
went
good.
putt golf and that shit was fun. You know what I'm saying?
That was good.
First restaurant we went to was Montauk
That sounds
in
expensive.
Scottsdale, and it was a daytime trip.
Okay, so you got the lunch special.
We got some lunch.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good,
That's good.
That's how you gotta play it. If you gonna do it,
It was right before the
if you
summer.
going somewhere
you know what I
expensive,
mean?
go early.
Actually, it was like August, September-ish, you know what I mean? Weather was still nice.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, we went putt golfing that night. And then the next day, we went to the Montauk. And
Damn,
we
y'all
vibed.
back to back dates.
Yeah, we back-to-backed it. You know what I'm saying?
Can
We
I change the
back-to-backed it.
topic real quick before
Yes,
we go?
yes.
Dear men, stop self-sabotaging.
Oh, yes.
Wait,
yes.
real
Stop
fast.
it.
get deep in that.
We're gonna be here
Because-
at 9 now.
No,
No,
give her the
just
mic on this one.
super quick. Because, like, men will play, like, mind games
Women
and
too.
test. True, but I'm a woman, so I can
Yeah,
only
speak
speak
on
on the
it, though.
men.
Right.
They like to play games and test you and see if you gon' respond this way based on that. Just all kind of silly.
Mm-hmm.
It's too calculated and stuff. And then after a while,
Preach.
the woman will be like, I guess he not into me.
Damn.
So then the men
Preach.
go, see, these women ain't about nothing. And it's like, yeah, but they are, but you're not talking and communicating and expressing your feelings and stuff.
That part.
You're playing meticulous strategies and stuff, they don't work.
A game.
I'm just here to tell you.
Give us an example.
I feel that. So
I think y'all
whole-
talking about the dinner thing, like see if she
Well,
gonna pay
the
and all
thing,
that.
that
Did that
kind of
strike
stuff.
you?
That's not a game to
Not
me.
responding.
To me.
Only barely communicating just enough to see if she'll call and
That's
seeing how
always
many
worked for me.
missed calls you get to determine how
Ah.
into you she is. That shit. Like I
That's
mean,
all- when I
that's
started playing
old
that
and it's
game,
childish.
When I
Yeah,
started playing
I
that
feel
game,
you
that's
on
when it
that.
started working. Like when
Then that girl must have been that type. I hope it wasn't your current woman. You talk about back in the day?
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
I read the book, The Art of Seduction, and it says to do everything you don't. And I
That's
started
right.
doing that, and it's like, yeah.
But it don't see.
That's
That's
right.
what I'm saying. Like on a mature
It is a
woman.
game.
I'm not talking about old age wise, but a woman got her head on straight and she's not about any games. She won't understand none of that.
Right.
It'll equate to you're not into her.
She wants to be
so
pursued.
she'll start exactly.
You're talking about
like
a grown
normal
woman
stuff.
now.
Like,
Right.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mature.
So if I ask you,
Everybody has played games before though.
and you say I'll pay, that for me. I want to see if you're gonna pay, and you said
Right.
you would. So boom, check, we good.
That's
How's
our.
that game?
That's not a
Okay.
game to me.
That's okay. I'm talking about like the stuff I was saying. Like, okay, I'm gonna call. Okay, like
I ain't gonna
a
text her
guy
at all
will call
today.
you.
Yeah,
See
see,
if
she
she
hit me
texts
first.
Let me see if she do
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
understand, especially if the guy's been hurt before and stuff. I understand to an extent. But after you see that somebody's stellar
And
and
they-
they're not
they're
playing
into you.
games,
I got-
let the
yeah.
games go.
Let me add to that.
That's all.
I
Let me
feel
add
you
to
on
what
that.
she's saying. You know, she got like she guys because we do it too. You know, I say I'm a man, so I'm gonna say women.
Right.
But stop. It's crazy. Stop. I want to make sure I say it right. Stop
Please
the
do.
part, man, where you say, okay, this is what I'm looking for.
Oh,
Right.
he bullying me
This
now.
is
I'm
what
sorry.
this is what I want, right? And then either when somebody give it to you, you don't want that, right?
What you
just-
mean?
Okay, let's just say I came in and I told you, okay, you know, I want a woman, man, that like made me dinner, and I also want a woman that, you know, got my clothes ready in the morning, and then, you know what I mean, stuff like that. I'm just
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
just shooting
Okay.
stuff out there,
All right.
But then when they give that to you, you don't even want it. Like you don't even like it's like you
don't
lied.
appreciate it?
Right? It's like you lied. That to me, that's false advertising.
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
tell me you looking for a man. I need a man to do this. I need a man to do that. Then when I do those things, you act like you don't want it.
Right.
But you just told
Yeah.
me that's
Or
what
show
you
no
want.
appreciation.
Yeah,
to
that's
those things.
game
So how
playing
can you
too.
want
I
that?
don't agree with that
Don't-
either.
Don't tell a woman, man, hey, look, you know, these days, right, I need you here.
Right.
And then when she starts showing up, you talking about what you doing here.
Right.
Yeah. See, that's my
I mean, that's
game.
clown.
Mental
That's,
mine
that's
now.
clown tech.
That-
Yeah,
that's
that's,
But people do that though.
They do.
Yeah.
People do that, and that goes for men and women. I don't
Right.
want to take nothing from
feel-
a man. Don't say things you don't mean.
Right.
Right. Because now you've giving out false hope, man.
Yeah, that's clown
You
tactics.
playing
That
right.
is clown
It is
That's
clown
what she
tactics,
talking about the
right?
game.
But
Like
people,
childish, it's
but
just-
people does it.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do it, man.
I
So
think
I
people
get
do
where
it every day.
I get where she coming from with that.
Right.
Because
People are scared to be themselves because
Right.
they were themselves with somebody in the past. got
Right, and
hurt,
it didn't
now they're
work.
Like, I'm only gonna play games. So to me, it's like mature though. Start maturing, and then you'll see that like there's a lot of women that'll appreciate you being honest and stuff, and let the games go. It's just we too big.
You can do both though. You can be honest and play games. You play honest games.
I mean, that's just unfortunate that it is a game, though. For real.
Life is a game.
It's unfortunate that dating is a game, though, because you do want to feel, you know, you want to feel wanted, right? So if for a guy, ego's gonna be involved in a lot of this shit, unfortunately.
pride.
And so if you don't text that girl all day, you looking at your phone. Guys probably worse.
Waiting
than
for her
women.
to hit
We
you.
probably looking at our phone more than y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm waiting.
she ain't hit me all
You
day with
waiting.
the whoop. You might call your homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
waiting.
For real. You might call your homeboy like, damn, bro, she ain't text me yet. Men want validation a lot of times, or we want even bad information from a guy that's, you know, from your homeboy that's gonna make you feel better about
Yeah.
a situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You want
I like how
you want
said that
validation.
information.
Total bullshit. But you gonna listen to the homie because he telling you what
He finna validate your
he's gonna
feelings.
validate your feelings. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
And
saying?
tell you all the wrong information.
Tell you all the wrong shit.
Everything.
But it makes you feel good though.
Right.
Hell yeah.
That makes sense.
So you know when it come to dating, unfortunately, it's a game. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to see if their needs can get met without even displaying what their needs are.
So when does the
That's
game
crazy.
stop?
That's
When
crazy.
does the game stop?
The game stops when the game is won. Like you set your rules.
You'll never win.
Straight
You'll,
up.
you'll never
You gotta
win this
go
game.
alone.
You'll
Look
win it for that with
forever.
that partner for that time. Now you got her.
For that time? For that day?
She texts me 16 times, y'all. You go back to the story. She texts me 16 times.
For that time or for that day? Yes,
No, I'm just
you
saying
won it
2 hours
then,
before.
but it's gonna keep going on and on. It's gonna be that day that she ain't gonna text
That's what
you.
he
She
said.
texted me 16 times.
Because that's what I start doing.
Man, I ain't
start
responded by
I'm
the end.
52. If I notice you're not really responding, I'm
Are
like,
you
oh,
texting back when
he's
you
not
got these
interested.
16 texts?
So then I just start going, that's how my brain
going
is.
another
I'm
way.
not 20, 30, 40.
Correct.
You know, I'm looking at it way different
so I
than
say,
what y'all are used to.
No,
If
you
you're gonna play the
right,
game,
though, JB, 'cause-
play it to a certain extent until you
Yeah.
get your feeling and your issue off, and then stop playing the
And then
game.
stop playing
But I
the
wouldn't
game.
do none of that stuff now, though. I wouldn't wait for no woman to text.
No,
me.
I'm gonna hit them. I want to see what's going
You know what I'm
on.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm on you.
We
Like,
adult.
when can we go to Mastro's? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying.
We can be hanging and stuff instead of playing games.
I'm trying to trick some money on you. I'm trying to get these maestros, huh?
Hey, y'all, when can I take you to Mastro's for $250? You know what I'm
You're
saying?
too old for all that
Yeah,
stuff.
like that's where I'm at with it nowadays. Straight up.
You gotta be straightforward.
How old the person you dating is. So
But we ain't talking about no little kid business right now.
No, we talking about
Because them tactics, you would think that they'd be like late 20s or something
No, that's
like that.
definitely
Nah. People still do it now today in the
Not
40s and 50s
responding
and 60s and
so you're
70s.
like-
That's crazy.
People still doing it.
Great game.
Everybody is. One thing that I learned from being a barber,
Right.
I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 19. I don't care if you're 64. All men is the same. It's all about where your mental is.
It's the
I've been doing this a long
Yeah,
time,
yeah, yeah.
and we come in contact with a lot of different
Right.
people that got a lot of different mentals.
Right.
People older than me, and they mental younger than mine.
No doubt.
That's
So-
true.
That's true, dog.
But when do you stop it though? Like I was saying, you run into somebody that's stellar. You
Right.
know they are because you've already communicated, texted, talked, and you know that person's straight. When do you stop?
I mean, for me,
When?
you stop once. Okay, so say you think they're stellar. I've been talking this good, but I just cannot get some validation. If they validate me, then that's all. That's everything.
What is the validation? What do they
The
need to do?
validation is I know she's really into me because she done blew me up.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. She
I
owns-
appreciate your honesty
She
because
owns-
that must be what's
Yeah.
going on. Like a
Yeah.
lot of guys are like,
Yeah, but
she
you,
ain't calling my phone. Like,
Every dude
yeah,
want that
but-
feeling though.
you know a woman. You know when
Wait.
a woman is into you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you mature.
Like
Yeah.
she doesn't have to blow you up for you to know that a woman is into you.
She blowing you up
Yes,
like
I really know. I mean, like
She doesn't have to blow you up for
She
you to
blowing you
understand
up
that she's
like
into
That's a
you.
good qualified factor, buddy.
No, I'm not saying
You know what I mean?
it's cool.
I call that crazy.
She gave you signs that she was into you way before that she was blowing you up that day.
Signs. I gotta decode that sign. You blowing me up, that's easy. That's
You don't have to decode no signs.
Blow it up,
If you
wait,
had,
let me throw
first
up-
of all, hold on.
throw
If you're a
Richie.
man that has been with different women in your life since a young man, you know when a woman is messing with you or
You
not.
got sense. And the blowing up the phone, I've seen that happen in toxicity.
I'm about to say that.
So
That's
I
not
see
all the
Bird
ways.
thinking
You
about
know-
it right now. He like, damn, he keep going back to the 16th.
And a lot of guys,
It
they
was just
like that. Like you said, it's still the same reason, but it doesn't mean that the woman's into him. It just means she got something that needs to be worked on.
Maybe some insecurity.
Too much.
Yeah.
But like two, that's
perfect. That make you feel great.
Two back to back.
And I was exaggerating. I was extremely exaggerating with 16. I was just putting it.
Okay.
I was just bullshit with the number.
I've seen it,
But
though.
I am a two guy.
Two back to back?
Two back to back.
Well, like 2 in the morning, like you don't text.
Oh,
back
2 in the
you go to
morning?
the gym or whatever, and then she hits you again, like, hope you
Yeah,
have a good day. Like, damn. Okay.
Yeah, like two, you know, like
you know what I mean?
like before you call her back too.
Right.
Yeah, and a double message back to back.
I love the double.
Double message, the boom
I love that double.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want to?
That double
Double, man.
cracking.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Because the double,
I don't want that.
that double, I'm with you on that. It's something about the double that when you do call back,
Yeah.
you feel like him.
that is
Like I'm.
that's
Sound
not
like we got two toxic niggas over here. These niggas call me 16 times and text me 3 times, and if I don't call you back in 30, then hit me back 6 more times. I'm
This
good.
text,
I don't want
I
it.
like good morning, boo, right, or whatever. Good morning, babe, and you don't say nothing, and it's like, damn, can't even get a good morning, babe. You already know she off one. You know what I'm saying? She look
I'm
crazy.
good. How about when she say good morning, babe? How about you hit her back and just say good morning?
Right. I'm saying when you in the gym.
Just go back with it.
I like.
You know what else?
I don't feel neither one of y'all two.
I'm just talking, man. I'm married. I don't even know how the game
I'm
goes
just gonna
no
be
more.
honest with you.
I'm literally just talking, man.
Y'all Y'all sound a little soft.
No,
Soft.
I'm really sleepy, and I'm
Oh,
definitely
man.
soft in this marriage. I used to be hard back in the day. For what now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta see you in 2
Determined.
minutes.
Man, look, we got to get out of here on that. Hey, this conversation in turn.
Hey, look.
Jennifer got more strength than they do right now.
Hey, listen, Jennifer.
Hey, look.
It is always a pleasure,
Yes, it is.
and we must do this again in another.
Oh, we got to. It's too many.
Like, this is
there's
like-
too many topics that we
You know what
bring
I mean?
up tonight.
We're going to do her every quarter, too.
And mandatory.
Yeah.
That was already the plan.
We went over 2 hours the first time.
Hey, y'all tune in, man. Make
2
sure you
hours.
subscribe to the YouTube and all that, man.
Talking.
We trying to function.
Hey, next week.
shiny face.
Hey, next week.
So that fly kept
Hey,
busting.
me and Ave is taking. We taking Steve and we taking JMac. Me and Ave.
We're going on a field trip.
We going down the Yellow Brick Road to find the heart
We're going on a field
and the
trip.
gut.
Man, look,
And the
man.
gut. All right, I'm
Don't
sorry.
come back married, bro.
Hey, Saturday, July 5th, y'all come out and support Nasir's Lemonade right here in front of Humble headquarters.
is
I
that
know I
right?
forgot the flyer, but I'll post it like underneath, in the link
That's
or
what it
something.
do, bro.
But yeah, y'all come out and support my young man, little humble entrepreneur.
Need
He's
that.
going
Hit
crazy.
the subscribe button. when you- on
Like,
the
subscribe, and comment. Ain't that what they say?
Comment, man.
Yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. Smash the like button.
That part. That part.
We out.
Yeah.
See y'all.